Boing.
Boing.
Yeah, we were.
Right, that time of day again. We've got Weggy, Chris, Peter, and oh shit, Kenny.
Your fucking twin brother, isn't he?
Yeah, man. Old man brain, mate. Old man brain kicking in.
Kenny. Yeah.
And we've got Andy trying to connect, but he keeps on saying his device is not connected.
No. Mr. Suffolk Andy is trying to join us. He's actually on shift at the moment, but his daughter's been sorting out his it's not his laptop, is it? It's his what do you call them? Tablet. He's sorting out tablets. And of course, Suffolk Andy will join us as soon as possible if he can on the road.
Excellent.
Anyway,
he's trying.
So how is everyone?
All good.
We've got a bit more than an hour going through it.
Yeah, all good. All good.
All good, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the better now. I've got my Pepsi out of the freezer.
Freezer?
I put one in the other day and I forgot about it. It exploded.
No,
I've got a nasty habit of putting them in there just for like half an hour to chill them down quick.
That's right. I'm just looking at the Alexa Go, right, or Show, whatever it is, and it's just
here we go.
Jack's friend. Seriously, really. Anyway, good evening, gentlemen. Anyway, it's obviously it's been a little bit eventful this week. Obviously, with the news that we had from the government, was it Monday? I believe was it Monday? Yeah,
Monday. Yeah.
And of course, we've all sort of seen and heard it, and I suppose with the various groups and the clubs and that, there's obviously a lot more excitement about the future now. People are now gaining interest in the bikes and the possibilities of shows and just getting together and socialising, which is a great thing.
Evening, Moist.
Yeah, evening, Moist. I've noticed. We've all noticed it a lot with the Suffolk crew. We've been keeping that ticking over quite nicely, and spicing up a little bit where we can, maintaining the interest. And now, obviously, from this week onwards, we've noticed the interest level has gone right up. People are now talking about getting the bikes out. They're talking about working on the bikes, cleaning the bikes, and riding the bleeding things, which is a strange thing, isn't it? And of course, keep your eyes open with other groups as well, locally, as well as the clubs and that. Of course, everybody is along the same sort of frame of mind. We're now looking forward, hopefully, to things opening up over the next few months, and of course, being totally free to do, do what we want, but obviously hoping that things remain as they do and things work out for us so that we can get the freedom we once had to a point, come July, I believe.
Well, I hope getting out.
I think that's the hope that we actually do achieve the 21st of July, no more social distancing deadline.
No, that was 21st of July. Yeah.
21st of July, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think so, mate. Yeah.
And fingers crossed, it does actually work out, because I think we need to be let loose. I think people need to come out of this now. But it needs to only come out if it's 100% okay to do so. The last thing I think anybody wants us to do is end up coming out of it too bloody quick and end up back into it. But I must admit, I'm trying to be positive for this year. It would be nice if it actually works. I think something that over 1 in 4 have now actually had their first jab, I think it is. So that's good. That's positive.
I've not had mine yet.
No, nor have I.
Sorry, mate.
I'm too young.
I have to keep reminding myself exactly when the dates are. What don't you say? Step 4 is when? Step 4, when we've got supposedly the complete release and the complete freedom that they're saying there's no real
21st
return
of July.
or back off. 21st of July.
Yeah.
I believe it was July.
Yeah.
21st of June.
Yeah.
All legal limits removed on mixed will be removed, and the last sectors remain closed. So it's 21st of June.
21st of June, Peter, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought
Yeah.
it was July for some reason.
Yeah, sorry,
I
mate.
beg your pardon.
Yeah,
That might work out about right.
That's when you get
Yeah.
your next fortnight annual leave, Peter.
I probably won't get another. I probably won't get another fortnight annual leave for about 10 years, though. In my bloody luck. That is sod's law, isn't it?
Yeah, just moving up to that step 4 thing. I've got all the information in front of me, but I've just been passed this by Sam. So step 4, no earlier than 21st of June. All legal limits removed on mixing will be removed. And the last sectors to remain closed, such as nightclubs, will reopen. Large events can take place. They are likely to be changed.
I can go to a nightclub.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a big maybe, though.
social distancing measures, but this will be decided in separate review. So yeah, it's all pending on how this turns out, I suppose, over the next few weeks and months. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Annoying thing for me is I've got Rammstein tickets and it got rescheduled to the 19th of June. So
Yeah.
I've got a funny feeling that's the same weekend that the Triumph Day is up at the Ace Cafe.
Oh, bless.
What's that? The 19th of June.
So it's normally about that sort of date.
Well, they'll probably just reschedule it, man.
It really depends on Chris. We're just looking at step 3 at the moment. We can chat about this later. But step 3, what's it say? Step 3 was up to 6 people. I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was up to 6 people inside, wasn't it?
And when was that, May?
That is
That
what.
would-
That's 17th of May. That one. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, I can't remember the exact dates. I mean, I've looked at them and gone through them. I suppose the main thing is really at the moment is that we can all possibly hope for some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. You know, we're now seeing it. I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all been. The information's been sent to the Hangout chat, by the way. All right. Sam's just sent that off.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
So at the end of the day, I think it's a simple case that we just got to, be patient. Let's get through step 1, see where we are. Hopefully that won't get delayed, but if it does, it does. And if that, if it doesn't, then we move on to step 2. There's no point.
You hit the nail on the head there,
absolutely.
Peter. We've got to be patient.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it's
the only
my dad.
reason we put dates on them is because of the pressure from the media and whatever who wanted dates.
Yeah, I think it's a case of what my old man, bless his heart, God rest his soul, he always taught me just take one bridge at a time. There's no point looking at 3 bridges ahead until you've crossed the first one. And that's the way I always look at things. Let's get past each step.
I think what we got to try
and Peter.
All right, Gordon.
I think from my perspective,
Gordon,
with the crew, not going to start jumping straight into planning this and planning that, left, right, and centre, because that'd be silly. It's disrespectful, and you certainly don't want to be seen to be doing that. It's definitely not a race to start providing entertainment for people in the groups and the clubs and that before we've got the chance to do it and feel quite comfortable with it. So I mean, the first event I've actually stuck up crew is the first one I've put up in about 6 months, and that is for, did we say August, which is the bikes, bands and beers, I believe, at a place called Burston in Des, and that's in August. But I won't really be promoting too much events wise before that, because I just want to see how things balance out.
Oh, that's the most sensible way to do it, isn't it, at the end of the day? Let's be positive. Let's try and get into our heads. Yes, by the 21st of June, we will be released and everything's back to supposed normal. But you have to accept not everything in life goes smoothly. Let's just take one bridge at a time.
Yeah.
Best way to do it.
To be honest, I think obviously you're going to see various people. Of course, you're going to get various people. I do a lot of talking to other people behind the scenes with shows and with different things that are going on. So I do like to keep in touch. And of course, there's a lot of enthusiasm. You know, what's that?
That's not physically impossible.
Who's that?
People gassing in behind us. Oh no.
What's that?
Who's saying it's physically impossible?
I think
Yes,
Yeah.
weird sounds. I tell you.
Kenny's having a chat with somebody.
Oh, is it? No, seriously though, I think of course you're going to get people. I mean, we got locally, you got shows now going up, possibly being advertised. There's a lot of optimism. There's a lot of excitement, I suppose, with the possibility of these things going ahead, whether it be clubs or groups, I say. But as everybody is pointed out, yeah, it'll all be down to people behaving and obviously following, exactly what's happening in the whole COVID situation as we move further into the summer. So it's all good. It's not going to happen overnight.
No, but I have to say, I had to take my daughter across to her school to pick her certificates up today. So I took her over to her mum so she could walk up with her other sister. And the roads were, quite frankly, just like a normal day out. I was amazed just how busy it was. I mean, even my son said, when you look at everything going on the first lockdown, it was like a ghost town everywhere. At this precise moment, it just seems like a normal day. There's, people and cars everywhere, and it's quite surprising.
It seemed to have been busier anyway, but you know what? Ever since Monday, it seems busier and busier and busier.
Yeah, and I think that's because people have suddenly decided, we're coming up to June, let's just go for it and sod it. And I just hope that doesn't cause an issue.
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
You're a bastard.
Huh?
I've just spent the last 5 fucking minutes trying to get a bit of shit off of my fucking screen, and it's on your blind behind your head.
What you mean?
That little black dot.
That little dot.
A little black dot in the middle of his fucking point.
I thought I've been fucking scratching away at it for fucking ages. I thought, why won't that come off my fucking screen? What a cock.
That's it. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise. I've got a ring in my blind where you're supposed to have a pulley.
That's all right. It's better than having a blind in your ring.
Well, I just got to say hello. Good evening to Susnet 555. Good evening, bud. And
hello,
Gordon. Hello, Gordon. How are you, dude?
I'm all right, guys.
Is there a delay?
A delay?
Are you all right, Gordon?
I can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Eventually.
It's what I said to Weggy. I've got a bit of a crap internet connection at the minute.
That's all right.
No, all right, mate. At least you're on here. That's the main thing, Gordon.
Yeah.
At least you're on here, buddy.
It's been a while, Gordon. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm slowly getting there.
So Gordon, what is your take on events as from Monday, and how do you see things panning out in the next few months?
Well, when we had the first lockdown up here, it was like a ghost town. There was nobody out. The only thing you saw on the roads up here on first lockdown and the second one was the old bill and delivery trucks. But I have noticed over the last couple of months up here, it's as if nothing's happened and stuff. As for bike shows and stuff, up to now, there's nothing been confirmed up round where I am. So the big one at the big Carol Nash one, that's still cancelled and stuff at the moment. That's still not going ahead. The one that we have at Newark, that's still not going ahead. But the only thing that's concerning me that everybody suddenly decides to let's all get out there in one go and everything gets overwhelmed again.
No. We certainly won't be promoting anything like that, mate. I mean, I know the enthusiasm's there. We're all excited about it, and of course, wouldn't it be great to be able to do that at the moment? We can't. It's a case of flying it by ear as much as anything else. You know, that's one noisy fucking dinner somebody's got there.
Yeah, it's these, me. Trying to get them open. They're open now. It was a new pack.
Oh, hello, Stitch. How are you?
Polystyrene ceiling tiles.
Yeah.
Is Stitch going to come and say hello?
Come on, girl, get your face on camera.
Yeah, come on, Stitch.
I want to see it.
Say hello.
I want to see it. Come on, Stitch. Come on, Stitch. Come on. Come on, Stitch. No. What do you mean no?
Oh,
please. Your faces.
No, I've been told no.
I know.
Just no? It's the Grim Reaper. Yeah, the first one.
At least your hand's not hairy.
I think you got away with that, Carl.
Anyway. Kenny.
The only thing that's bringing your finger.
What?
Have you found yourself another motorcycle, Kenny?
No, the two I was looking at was interested in. They're both sold, but there's another one just popped up down in Enfield in London. Peter's sister.
I'm lost on that.
That's my point.
But I'm talking about what's not Peter's sister, right? What's Peter's sister got to do with it?
RF 900 black, all black RF 900.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say because if you were talking about riding my sisters, you must be desperate.
Yeah, that made you think, didn't it?
Yeah, like I say, it's just the fact that I mentioned Pike and he comes straight out with Peter's sister.
Yeah, well, just like Peter. What sort of handlebars you got, Pete? You got normal handlebars, or you got them over the yoke clamps?
I've got long things that sit on the side and you hold on to.
Well, this one's over.
You got the standard.
No, I've got
standard bars on yours, Peter, haven't you?
No, they're not standard. I think Rob actually raised it a little bit, so they've got raised
bar risers.
Yeah,
they got straight bars, isn't it?
Yeah,
bar risers, straight bars, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one's got a 2-inch lift on the risers. And he reckon he went to Liverpool and back. I'm up with no back problems, shoulder problems, wrists or fingers. So how true that is or not, I don't know.
Gonna say the higher up you get it, the better it is. I looked at the 2-inch bar risers, and to me, I think they're right on the limit of being safe or not. So I went for the complete conversion.
You want to get some cow horns on there, mate? Yeah.
I put fucking ape hangers on the ZZR.
Swap the bars out from off the XV and put them on the RF cars. Well, a bit of trouble getting round corners though. Yeah. What had to chop the screen and the fairing down a bit.
Which size is the RF, Ken? Is it a
900. Yeah. Right, I didn't twin them in a 600 either, weight wise, when you think about it.
No, there isn't much.
600?
Yeah.
No, the 600 is a nice bike. I mean, the 900's a 900, the 600's a 600. But the one thing I did recommend, one bike I did recommend to Kenny, which much more so than a Bandit 600. No disrespect to you, Peter, but the Phaser 600 would be a fantastic bike. Fantastic bike for Kenny to own. Size-wise.
Well, I must admit, when I was after losing Bandy, I must admit I looked at a couple of Phasers and I was very, very tempted. And if my reefer hadn't have come up when it did, I'd have probably ended up with a Phaser 6, to be honest. Because all the write-ups are very good for them. They're very reliable. They've got more than enough poke to play with, and they're nice and light. So
yeah, that's just a 600, Pete. I mean, a 600. I've not had many 600cc bikes. Obviously, I've only had two, and they're both Yamahas. But I mean, when I got the Phaser, I just wanted a second bike that was, that was going to do work trips and just get me about on a basic level. But the bike completely surprised me. For a 600cc bike, it had loads and loads and loads of power. It was bloody quick. It handled nicely. It had the good brakes on it with the blue spots for the Yamahas, and it was just overall for a relatively cheap 600cc bike, a bloody good bike. It really was.
I have to say I haven't actually ridden one myself, personally, but yeah, everything I looked into. What's this, Ditch? Do you ride a reefer? Yeah, that's what I call my little baby, a reefer. She gives me a smile and makes me high every time I ride her.
That's a reefer, it's better than
I'm going to say something else here, Peter. I'm going to say hi.
Well, I was going to, but it's a family show. And I don't need to, I don't want to have. Oh, here we go.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm
so Chris made a video the other day out on the desert, I believe.
Fucking that was foggy. I don't know if you others have seen it. I left my house. It was brilliant sunshine, blue fucking sky. But I live on top of a hill. By the time I got down the bottom of the hill, you couldn't see around in front of your face.
Really?
Oh, crikey!
And it was icy.
Oh,
right.
I haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to have a watch.
Yeah,
I'll have a look later.
Yeah. It was. It was quite icy. I had the arse end twitch on me a couple of times.
Oh.
Luckily, it was the arse end and not the front end.
Yeah.
Yeah, just nice to go.
Obviously, didn't do a burnout when you left your garage to warm the car up.
If I'd have twisted that throttle on the dual carriageway, we would have fucking been doing burnouts at 100 mile an hour.
I actually got a chance to go out on my reefer the day before last because I had to drop some stuff over to my son, some posts that had arrived, and it was to actually be properly out on a bike again. I think that was the first time since December, I think, or even just before December, and that just felt so nice, just to get out again. I must admit, I might have to do an essential journey tomorrow because I need some new medication. So I think I'll be going out. Heading off to the pharmacy, the other side of town, to go and get my meds. Definitely.
Going the
right
route.
Too bloody right, mate. Any, without taking the piss, an essential journey is an essential journey. Simple as.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple as.
And you're gonna have a go on it sometime, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
Giving
a
that
quarter, mate. Yeah, I've liked the RFs for a good many years now, and I've never had the chance to ride one. So yeah, we'll get we'll get a chance to get together, have a beer and at a channel. I'll take the bike out for half an hour, mate. Just give it a tinkle.
Just half an hour? Blimey.
Well, I'll take it for a fucking week if you want.
No,
the Felix farm back. It's only 15 miles.
Well, you can actually do that at the end. You can do that at the end of March.
That's right.
People can meet up.
I'll hire it out. I'll hire it out to you, Weggy. 50 quid an hour.
On a serious note, it'd be nice to take it out, mate. I've not actually ridden a motorcycle now since God knows what, September. So, obviously.
You best put stabilizers on for him then.
Yeah, and also I'll put cameras on there to detect any vans.
Yeah. Well, you watch, mate. Knee sliders on the lot.
Oh, don't.
I don't know if it's worth mentioning. YouTube's gone down.
Is it really?
Yeah. That's why I can't get it on the big screen then.
Yeah. I can't get it on my phone and I can't get it on the laptop. All I'm getting is
that bad, have we?
No, error while trying to load. But that's just like all YouTube.
Oh dear.
No, it's just come up on mine. No, it's not there. All YouTube's up.
Oh, you got it up?
I've got it up there, mate. Yeah. You got it on yours? Yeah. No, you got it on yours, haven't you?
Try getting on mine. I read the comments, but no go.
You just said he's shit, Chris. Chris is shit. You reckon? That's what you just said. See, sitting there hiding away in your face.
I just got it up. I just got it up. It was hard, mate. Robbing away on my PC here at the moment.
Carl, that's too much. That's too much.
I take it you turned the heating off in the front room then, Wiggy.
Do you know what? Honestly, mate, that's about 24 degrees in here. Seriously.
Yeah, that's because you're in the kitchen.
That's certainly not cold, is it? No, you're cold. Yeah, you're always cold.
It must be just at Chris's end then.
Anyway,
I got messages on Facebook and Messenger, so I can't access it.
No, I think one or two things have been playing up. I mean, the YouTube's been absolutely fine. I was watching some Dibber in the Wind, and I can highly recommend that channel. If you ever get a chance, lads, that's to do is a motorcycle club guy, right?
Is that the club? Is
Dibber in the Wind, right? If you ever get a chance to look at it on YouTube, have a look at some of these videos. They're very, very entertaining, very interesting. All right. Dave Hazelwood, you still on there? Nope, we're gone. Packed up.
I've just sussed the YouTube thing out. So I can get onto normal YouTube, but if I try to log into my channel, it tells me to fuck off.
At last, someone said it.
it no love me.
Computer said no.
It fucking did. I don't know why.
You're obviously getting too much love on your channel, mate. So it's turning to overload.
You'll have to pay YouTube $5, Chrissy, to love you a long time then.
Well, yeah, there is that. I'm just wondering whether I've been blocked by YouTube for an infringement or something, but
surely not, Chris.
What have you done to upset YouTube, I wonder?
Don't know. I haven't called them a gang of cunts for ages.
I think I'm coming up for a minute.
That's probably why then. They think you're ignoring them.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to come and have a fag break, right, with a cup of tea. So I'm now going to say to Alexa, I love you.
Alexa, turn that shite off.
Alexa, shut up.
Do you know what's the real sad part of it? I bought one of those little cheap Echo Dots,
They're all right,
so I
aren't
could
they?
listen to so just so I could listen to RBX radio, to be honest.
Yeah.
And they had it on
They're good,
sale.
aren't they?
And so I actually tried that. Alexa, I love you, and I'll tell you what's hilarious. I was wetting myself with laughter with that.
Hey, Peter. I was getting
What?
it to sing. I was getting it to sing at 1:30 in the morning. Bar Black Sheep, to be honest. Seriously.
Is that allowed anymore?
Oh, Alexa
Yeah,
sings.
bar multicultural sheep. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But no, they are bloody good systems, to be fair. You know,
Actually,
quite comical.
I must admit, I only got the little Echo Dot, and it's not the best of speakers, but I tell you what, in bad quality for a little tiny thing like that. It's good enough for what you need. Yeah,
well, this
like
one
it.
here. Do you know what, you know the ones called the Echo Show. They're the ones with the screens. They're actually half price. They're actually half price on Amazon at the moment, mate. So you can watch. You can watch YouTube. You can watch the films, Amazon Prime films, videos. You know, you name it. All the music is normal. They've reduced them to £39. Didn't they? Yeah, 39. Reduced them £80. That's the Echo Show 5. I think.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's all good. Any of you other lads got Alexa?
No.
Adam's got one upstairs.
Yeah.
I just shout at the missus.
Yeah.
I've got
You know what
I've got the telly stick thing. Was it the Google Play? Is it or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I was talking about the life of Brian the other day, right? You know the bit where they're talking about, ocelots, otters' noses, ocelot spleens. Well, I lost concentration, and I turned round to Alexa, and I didn't say Alexa. What did I shout out?
Ocelot.
Ocelot. I called Alexa Ocelot.
Completely ignored you, I bet.
Woman refused any practice of
You silly son. You could actually change it to. You could actually change it to that if you wanted to.
Are they set for Alexa, are they? Alexa, what is your name?
My name is Alexa, and I'm here to say, on the baddest day in the cloud today. Your responses are fast, but my answers are faster.
Shoot me now!
Alexa.
Shut up. You like
You can
He's like a kid with a new toy, isn't he?
come on, stop mucking about. It's cold out here. I want to come in.
Honestly, I took my medication today.
Shouldn't have done.
Well, you've been on checkout again.
No, I'm on holiday, mate, so I've been doing no work. And I'll tell you what, I'm bloody bored.
You shouldn't need medication if you're on holiday.
Oh, I do.
You got the whole week off?
Yeah, I've had this week off, and I've got next week off as well. Yeah. Yeah, I got told I had 2 weeks worth of holiday. Take it. I said, but we took 2 individual weeks, and they gave me a whole fortnight off.
She wouldn't fucking go.
So,
I know she is.
At least I've got my laundry up to date
I
now.
stood up to get her, and she fucking wanted to go upstairs.
Right, lads, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to go for a smoke.
Who's going to take your place?
So again,
Chris
Kenny.
is gone.
Where's
You'll
Skeggy?
Skeggy? I don't know, mate. Skeggy was on the chat earlier on, but I don't know, mate. I really don't. Dave's obviously possibly still working. Suffolk Andy's going to try and get on at some point, I think. Skeggy, I don't know. If he's watching, have a good evening, Skeggy.
All right.
Well,
Back
in a second.
Right, I've got my Facebook up and running again on YouTube, Chris.
Sorry, mate. You got your Facebook up and running? Did you say?
Yeah, I can read the comments now on the big screen.
Yeah.
Where's Johnny Langdon? Or is he still frozen?
Don't know. I can't see anything from Johnny on there.
No, not on this.
Was
Last
that
one.
Johnny that was all frozen?
Yeah,
Bless
they
him.
sent a picture up where he's covered in bloody froth
Yeah.
all over his jacket. So he must have nipples like fucking chapel hat pegs.
Scammer wheel nuts.
Wing!
The poor lad, he looked totally absolutely frozen, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, what about this lad that was on, gave everybody a bit of a laugh, that was on the chase yesterday, I think it was. A Suffolk crew member was on the chase, the quiz program, apparently. My sister phoned me up and said, quickly, have a look. There's this bloke that says he's a part of the Suffolk crew.
What, Bradley Walsh at tea time?
Yeah, Bradley. Yeah, lad called Callum. Bless him, was on there. So the Suffolk crew got a mention on national television.
Oh.
For what it's worth.
Too close to the BBC and ITV news, so normally that's on another channel, well away from the news programs.
I just tend to watch series now. Just get glued into series rather than watch proper telly. I must admit, I've watched more things in the last year and a half than I think I have in the last 5 or 6 years, because I don't tend to watch this stuff.
Because you've got too much free time to play with, and now you can't go out on your bike. You've got to find something else to do, ain't you?
Yeah, and I haven't got a good lady in my life.
Have you polished the wheels yet?
No, not yet. I haven't even taken them off yet. Well, I don't want to take them off while I'm... No, it's not lazy. I don't want to take them off while I've got a chance to ride them. So
Exactly.
that will be happening next month or two. I'll take them off and get them stripped and redone, because they need doing.
So what are you actually going to do then? Paint a coat on or just have them painted?
Well, it swings and roundabouts. If you listen to advice that I seem to be getting, some people say powder coating is the best, but then once it chips, it's a pain in the butt. But whereas paint, you can touch it up without having to do the whole thing. So it's to me, it just feels swings and roundabouts.
Have you got alley wheels on yours, or they've got spokes?
They've got the it's the alloy 3-star wheels on my reefer.
Right.
Just like
buy yourself a buffer and polishing kit.
Yeah, and just strip it down.
Always make them shiny.
A bottle of brake fluid and clean all the old crap off. Then just polish and buff them.
And go shiny, but I'd like to have them black like they originally were. That's the only thing.
Tough Black would do it, mate. 18 quid a can if you get it from the expensive places.
Yeah, perhaps I'll have a go.
It's pretty good stuff.
Well, even if they haven't polished, you've got to take the wheels off the bike and take all the ancillaries off, ain't you? Otherwise, the tyre.
Yeah, but that's yeah. I mean, that's going to be the plan that I'm going to do. Next probably 6 to 8 weeks, just to something to do.
You've only got 3.5 months. That'll soon go.
Oh, don't.
Especially at the weekend, if the sun keeps coming out, you ain't going to get around to stripping it.
That's all right. I'll nick my son's BMX and I'll use that instead.
You want a BMX push bike?
Yeah.
I'll give you a Stoke Bridge and you'll say, sod this and throw it in the river and walk home.
No chance. No chance would I even get past blooming Asda. Just going up the first fucking hill, I'd had enough and just go home.
Chuck it in the skip at the back of Asda's. I've had enough of this. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, I know when I retired 5 years ago, my missus talked me into going up to Sports Direct and buying a couple of I suppose you would call them road mountain bikes with front and rear suspension.
Yeah.
99 quid each. I think I done about 200 yards on mine, and that's it.
Too much like hard work.
I think you rode Felixstowe and back, Sainsbury's to Felixstowe, and then back to Sainsbury's, and I had to go and pick her up in the car. Then she sold her as well.
Yeah, myself and the missus bought a couple of road going bikes as well. I've never actually set the one up for the missus yet. It's just actually they've just hung up in the back of the garage since the day we bought them.
Yeah.
Still in the cardboard boxes, Carl?
Hey?
Still in the cardboard boxes, are they?
Oh no! I actually sort of took them out of the boxes and put put bits on them. But I set mine up for me. But the missus, we haven't set hers up yet. That was about 8 years ago, I think.
So you ain't got a tripod set up in the front room for her to sit there and pedal away while she's watching Coronation Street then?
Nah. Apart from the fact she don't watch Coronation Street, I managed to get her out the soaps.
Emmerdale and East End busy.
Oh, don't. No.
Well, now Carl, he's still got a video of Crossroads box set somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. 3 guesses who likes Crossroads.
My old dear used to watch that religiously. She'd never ever miss an episode of Meg Mortimer, ever.
Oh, that was hilarious, wasn't
And Sandy Richardson in his wheelchair.
it? Yeah, my mother
Benny
always
with
had
his
that on.
beanie up.
Yeah.
Is it bad to say that I used to fancy Miss Diane?
Miss
No.
Diane.
Miss Diane.
No, I'll tell you the one. There used to be one, but she used to work in the garage. I can't remember her name. The tall, dark-haired, used to wear the low cut blouses all the time. Can't remember her name now.
You lost me
Chitsalina.
on that one.
Oh, I can't remember now. But Miss Diane, no. I left that one to Benny.
Benny in his beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when we were down in the Falklands, we used to call the locals pennies.
Yeah.
And then we got told we weren't allowed to do that anymore, so we called them stills.
Yeah.
Still pennies.
So you were down in the Falklands, were you, Carl?
Yeah.
Fine.
Where the men and the sheep are very, very scared.
Hello, sheepy.
No, I think the lads you already mentioned the chase, obviously, with young Callum from the crew being on the afternoon.
Did he win anything?
No.
No, what? He went. He got. I don't know what did he do with it the first round, did he? Is there a round in the chase? I don't know. Was it?
Yeah, you have to. You do the questions to win so much money, then go against the chasers to see if you keep that money.
Did he lost against that? He lost against that dark bloke, didn't he? The Dark Destroyer.
Yeah, and he lost it because he didn't realise that the question was one for his knob, as opposed to one in your hand.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it was an express.
What was nice about it is the fact that he actually, when he mentioned about his interests, he mentioned that he likes to ride bikes, and then Bradley turned around and said, "What, push bikes or motorbikes?" He said, "Well, motorbikes." And then he brought up about I'm a proud member of the Suffolk crew. We do charity rides and funeral runs. Obviously, we've done the odd joined the odd funeral run, but we don't actually organise funeral runs. We try not to. We try to keep as many people alive as we can.
Well, I did try my best, Wiggy, but I'm still here.
No. No, but it was nice, and congratulations to the guy for getting as far as he did first round. You know, young
Well, the
talent.
fact he actually got on the show in the first place, good on him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't get through.
But no, that was nice. That was nice, mate. And the funny thing is, obviously, it's obviously a very popular program, and obviously the phones were going off left, right, and centre back here, just letting us know that the crew had been mentioned. You know, which was nice. And luckily enough, I managed to just you sent on a reminder of that. So watch the first 20 minutes, I believe, because he was the second contestant. They had to watch 20 minutes to hear that bit mentioned about the crew. You know, 6 o'clock. But, yeah, that's nice. That was nice of him. So it's good. Made you quite proud, actually, to be honest.
Evening, Johnny Langton.
Hello, Johnny.
It was quite funny. My sister actually phoned me up and said, "I'll quickly turn the chase on because this lad has just mentioned the Suffolk crew," and she said, "That's what you're part of, isn't it?" And I said, "Yes."
Exactly.
Oh,
that's what my old dear tried to ring me about 110 times. You know. Yeah, seriously. And then she left about 110 messages on the bloody answering service. You know, that was nice. You know, it's you know, it's nice if you get a mention at all. You know, that was quite cool. To be honest, quite chuffed.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, a lot to say. Have you noticed? There's a lot more. Obviously, there's a lot more interest with you lads. Obviously, you're part of the crew. I don't know if Gordon is. Obviously, I don't think Gordon's part of the Suffolk crew, but you've noticed that the enthusiasm has picked up since Monday. There's a lot more. There's a lot more names coming out and posting and starting to join in a little bit more since Monday. Funnily enough, I mean, we've had a
people have got something to aim for, haven't they?
They have, mate.
More joining as well, haven't you?
Yeah, it's nice to see, mate.
A couple of old boys I didn't even know had dropped out over the winter.
Yeah, Richie Collins was one. So obviously Richie Collins is back, and we've got Wild Hog Phil. He's come back again. And the funny thing is, after the chase, we've introduced another 12 new members to the crew. You know, which is nice. Yeah. Obviously, when we get the profiles, we look at everybody that obviously is you know, wanting to join the crew, and then we decide there on in, you know, whether they're you know, whether they're suitable members for the crew. That's how the crew builds up, but it doesn't build up with people willy-nilly just for the hell of it, just to build numbers. You know, it's all about bike riding and the social side. You know, so that's all cool.
There's one crew member on a few months back, a guy called Richard Munston. I served in Northern Ireland with him.
Really?
Yeah, I did my class course as well.
What,
yeah,
Richard
that's cool.
from Bury?
Hey?
Richard Munson from Bury?
Yeah.
Ah.
Bowser.
Oh, wow.
Small bloody world, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, last time I saw him was actually on a ferry going towards going to Belgium, and he was with his what was it, the Ogre? The Ogre MCC.
Yeah. It's a small world, mate, isn't it? It's a name that I haven't seen on the crew for a while, to be honest. Anyway. Milliards Z 2,300. That was 2,600.
No, it was a 23. It is 23.
Yeah.
It's 23, is it really?
B12.
I thought it was 2,300 lumps.
Is that the one he had at the Cop Doc show 2 years ago?
I believe he's actually done a couple of them. I think there's one over in the States.
Yeah, there's one.
There's a couple of
over in America with a V8 and a V6, and someone rejigged made a V6 out of a Honda triple.
Yeah,
I don't know me, but I think someone in America made a V6.
Yeah, I know the original Kawasaki said 1300 that he V-twinned in a V12. Sorry, went over to the States. It's now in a museum with a few others of his bikes. This one though, what is this one? In the 2300. Which one's that? Was it?
1300. 1300 1250s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what he done was, I think on one bank they got a shorter stroke,
right,
which obviously reduces the overall capacity on that side.
Yeah.
So you don't get a 2.6, you get a 2.3.
Yeah. So
I think that's how he did it.
That's essentially though the two Z1300 lumps beat up. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
one of the con rods is about it's on a knuckle, isn't it? So it's where one con rod's about 8 inches long, the other one's only 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're solid rods, so when he builds the crank up, he has to put them together individually, one at a time. That shows you in the video how he did it.
Do you know what? The bloke, when he's building, right, and when you see him work, and when he discusses it, he makes it sound like, you know, he's playing with a pack of cards. You know, it's so simple for the.
But if you watched him cut a block in half or cut a cylinder head in half, he just gets a fucking hacksaw and bosh.
I know.
But it is dead fucking straight.
I know.
It does a little bit of tidying up.
I can't do that with a hacksaw. I try to do that hacksaw, it goes fucking like this.
I remember I cut a spacer block for a tow bar in half, and it was, I don't know, 3 inches thick, something like that. And I cut that with a Stanley blade, with a hacksaw. And I thought, I'm really going to try hard. And I fucking put the line all the way around it. And I went through it, and it took me fucking ages, but I got it spot on. But he just gets up, bosh, and that's it. He's done it. It amazes me how he knows.
One does a video.
You know,
I know.
How does he know which of the oil ways he can block up and which ones he's got to keep open?
And just know just stuff, doesn't he?
So clever.
I couldn't slice a bit of bread that straight the way that bloke's done it that I've seen.
That's why they do sliced bread for people like you.
Funny you should say that.
In your defence, though, Peter, bread does move.
Usually across the room.
All right until you get through the crust, then you're knackered.
I usually end up with wedges and not door stops.
What's that in the background?
What's that? What's that noise?
Bloody adverts on the telly. I've got someone watching the telly in the other side of the front room.
Can you not put them in the garden, can he?
Stick them in the shed.
She's on the late shift. She don't go to bed too early.
Oh, right.
When she's on the early shift, she normally goes to bed about 9 o'clock and gets up about 4.
The old parrot's being quiet tonight, isn't it?
9 o'clock tomorrow.
Tomorrow she's on at 9 o'clock instead of 11, isn't it?
Oh, 10.
So
Stitch has just put a link up for a video for the 2300.
Shall we have a look at it then?
What's the original one? What's the original one? I'll tell you what, he uses old school tools as well. You know, whether it be his lathe or anything like that. You know, everything's old school. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he's an absolute genius.
He's all self-taught as well.
He is, and there's no big head in this guy. You know, you'd imagine just sort of like you meet down a pub, have a few beers, and he just tells us these stories as if, you know, like you would do any story. But this guy is amazing. Totally.
He only lives 20 minutes up the road from me.
Yeah, I've just seen, mate. He lives local to yourself.
He's I've seen him riding around.
Yeah. That's what Mike's has put down here. always amazes me that the bloke can do with ordinary shed tools.
Mm.
But the quality, dedicated engineer and shop would struggle with. I tell you what, and the thing is, his workshop is basically his garage, isn't it? And he produces.
He's got his garage and a couple of sheds in the garden.
Yeah.
I bet he grew up as a Nittler Flammer Meccano.
Possibly, yeah. You sort of bloke you'd expect to, really. You know.
There is there's a video on YouTube about his life, saying how he got started and what he did, and it's amazing, really.
Back in a minute.
Walk about time.
Yeah, I do like watching his stuff. So if I do get a chance, mate, I'll give that a look. To be fair,
it is good. I've seen him round our way on the Flying Milliard, and
I've seen a few of his bikes at shows.
Yeah,
and the one with the Viper engine in it, I've seen him on that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was speaking to Deej, who's one of the Cop Dock crew guys. He's one of the main guys, and of course he's been up there. And Deej said he's had some real good conversations with the bloke, and he's so laid back and so friendly. This guy, you know,
he is.
You know, he's had some real good conversations about what he does, and he's so. There's no big headedness about the bloke. He's just like, you know, he's just doing a day-to-day something he does. You know, it's incredible. Imagine having a mate like that. You know, he said, "Do you know what, mate? Let me do that for you."
Oh, we have an Andy. Hold on a minute. Take Peter off a minute.
Mr. Suffolk Andy.
Where's Spooks?
Get me out of the road.
Where are you?
Wind it up a bit more, Andy. Give it a bit more throttle, mate.
Andy, speak to us.
Give it some choke.
Oh, there he is. Look.
There he is, like.
That's it. Turn the light on, Andy.
It's a bit dark out there, boys.
Fucking don't know. Fucking dark, mate. That's about as much light as I can find there. What a fucking cunt to get on this fucking stream. Oh my God, my tablet wasn't set up for the mic and the fucking thing. I've just sorted that out. Phone call to Amy. Thought we sorted it. Fucking had we not. So I've just done it myself. I don't know how the fuck I've done it. But the only thing that keeps telling me, because my internet is off of a little Pebble, one of these fucking things.
Seems to be working, right?
Mobile.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, Andy.
Yeah, I can pick up everything. But what that kept saying is, kept saying I hadn't got internet connection, but everything else on my tablet, Netflix, fucking Chrome, was all working. But just this StreamYard wouldn't work. Kept kicking me out.
I'll tell you what, I think if you're doing an episode of What's Most Fucking Wanted.
I can't get much more light than this, though. That's the trouble.
You look like fucking Bourneville at the moment.
I am in the middle of fucking nowhere, all on my own, locked in a fucking compound, mate. Yeah. And I'm here till up past 6 tomorrow morning.
What he's trying to say, he's actually at a fucking dogging site.
Yeah, I'm here till up past 6 tomorrow morning.
I was actually fucking thinking, being Andy's fucking YouTube channel, he was broadcasting live from a coffin.
Yeah, well, I did have some of that the other night.
Yeah.
My tablet is just sitting on top of my steering wheel at the moment.
Really?
You what, mate?
What's that?
I'll take you fairly busy, Andy. Fairly busy.
I'm doing fuck all, mate. All I have to do, I sit here from 6:30 till 6:30 in the morning, 12 hours.
Yeah.
And all I have to do every hour is drive my car to the bottom of the site, take a picture and drive back. And that's it. And I get paid for that. Fucking ridiculous.
Really? You get a grand a fucking
somebody
week
wants
to do that. Yeah, seriously. Fucking hell, no wonder you drive Range Rovers.
Well, just short of a grand, mate. if I done this every day, 7 days a week, that would be about just over £1,000. Yeah.
Really?
I don't usually do this all the time. I just been given a shit job, mate, for 3 nights. I got to do my second night. I got tomorrow night, then I got the weekend off. So
yeah, not bad. I just got to answer.
But the week before, or the week before that, I can't remember. Yeah.
I was just going to answer Johnny Langley. He's just posted up a question about the cop doc. All I can say to Johnny is I've been speaking to the guys, and all I'm going to say to you is, John, right, keep your ears and eyes open, mate, because there will be an announcement fairly shortly as to what is going on with the cop doc show. All right, buddy? I'll say no more. But you've got something to look forward to.
Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully, they're gonna be able to pull it off. And the nice thing is that even though they've moved it forward this year to September, the nice thing is that's still that extra couple of months down the road, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That is right. I'm not going to say no more. I'm not going to say no more. I've been speaking to the guys at the top with the committee and that. And I've obviously, all I can say is, you lads just wait for the information. It's good information. Yet again, it's all down to how things pan out for us over the next few months. Yeah. Obviously. But as far as, just wait for the official confirmation. It will be confirmed fairly shortly, I believe.
Can I still use this one then, Wiggy?
What is it? I've had a good few of them things, mate. Lovely. You always stick them on the old bikes, and we'll stick on somebody else's tank.
I might have a bit of trouble getting rid of the 2019 on the printout.
Yeah.
Boy, cut that bit off.
No, don't bother, mate. That was the last one, wasn't it? That was the last one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So, yeah, but it's looking good. Like I say, obviously a lot of people in the motorcycle fraternity are now advertising their events, hoping, fingers crossed, that they will be able to go ahead with all the things opening up over the next few months. So we're all doing the same. None of us are being complacent. We'll just sort of play it by ear, really. And obviously, by the time see how things go, what I intend to do, if I see. And I speak to other people. If I see something that I think is worthwhile for a crewmate, we'll still do the breakfast runs. We'll still get the socialising side of it. But when it comes to the bigger runs and the bigger events, I'll wait sort of 2 or 3 weeks before the time, and then may as well event it as a run for the crew from the usual crew hill. Make a full day of it. Whatever we do, a calf run beforehand, that sort of thing. Just to involve as many people as we can, and just to have a good day, like we normally do. Andy knows all about it, as you do, Peter and Kenny. Yeah. Most of them days are pretty good.
Yeah, they are. They're bloody good days out, and I thoroughly enjoy them. Getting together with everybody. It's just a case of being, like you say, just be patient and take it as it comes.
You got no choice, mate, really. I know there's a few other groups who are saying, well, we know you can do this, we're not going to advertise this, that, and the other, mate. But to be honest with you, I don't feel a desire to make myself or anybody else look a fool by putting all these events up. Yeah, they're cancelling them. Unfortunately, that's what I did. I had to do last year.
Yeah, but not only that, but you do get some groups which I am pleased to know that the likes of Suffolk Crew don't do that. Let's have an accidental meet and stuff like that. We don't do any of that.
Yeah, well, I know about that one. Obviously, it is what it is, isn't it, Peter?
Yeah, I just wish they wouldn't do it.
Loose lips. Yeah, but no, it is what it is, mate. I mean, of course, because people are going to be excited about being able to ride the bikes. I think the main thing is, from this my perspective, is the fact that you're very close to that point in time where you'll be legally able just to get out on your bike and ride it, without being persecuted, without being having to lie that you're doing a week's shopping on it or something, some bullshit like that. Yeah, absolutely. So
and the bigger rucksack is that's a case. That's a day-to-day shopping.
Exactly. We've lost Andy again.
Rain.
We're not too shy. Right. Where's
Well, it looks
Chris?
like handicapped out, doesn't it?
Go on.
Chris.
I'm listening.
Oh, Chris. By the way, this is coming your way, mate. You know what's been happening, don't you? You know nothing, mate. You don't know anything that's coming down to your house. I'm not going to send it by Herman. They're rankers. Right? Yeah, if I hold this now, right, and post this onto a Hermes, you're never going to get it. You'll never receive it. You'll be long dead, right? Before you know anything.
Do you know, I actually got a fucking email from Hermes the other day, and they're not even going to refund the insurance that I paid for.
Really?
Yeah. Laptops are not covered under the insurance. I said, well, give me my fucking money back. And they won't even give me my money back.
Are you kidding?
A load of bullshit.
No.
So that laptop, right, was literally fucking stolen. Oh, I've been more angry about it than Chris, to be fair, because I'll tell you the story. Yeah. Chris was sending me a nearly new laptop, right, to help me out because I didn't have my PC. So Chris has paid for the Hermes, right, and it was a next day delivery, I believe, wasn't it?
Yep.
Or
paid extra for the next day delivery.
Right, and Chris had told me all about it. He'd sent me the details about the tracking details, and it went a couple of days. I went 3 days. I spoke to Chris, still nothing. Right, the tracking number, nothing on Hermes. All Hermes was saying it'd been picked up, and it literally hadn't tracked anywhere else. 2 weeks later, right, 2 weeks later, I got really pissed. I said, Chris, something's definitely going on with this, mate. Right, and Chris checked it out, and it was about 2 weeks, wasn't it, Chris? And they turned around to Chris and said, right, sorry, mate, we seem to have lost your parcel. You thieving bunch of right?
Surely you can get the police involved.
I'll tell you what, mate. Like every time I see Hermes advertising on Facebook now, believe you me, if you see some of my posts on there, I'll make it big, I'll make it bold, and I'll make it straight to the point. You thieving bastards. Yeah, you've been doing the same. Right? And I'll tell you what, they've just turned around to us and said you're not going to receive anything back.
Yep, I had an email back from 3 days ago, something like that. And it said, because this is the second one they've sent me saying that the issue was resolved, and obviously it wasn't. And I, what the fuck are they sent me now? And about 2 days before, they'd asked me for proof of postage, and I said, well, you've already got that because you've got the tracking number, and you've had a photograph of the receipt that I got when I posted it.
What?
And then this other one come through and said, oh, being it's a laptop, it's not insured, so we're not going to compensate you.
Really?
Yeah, but it doesn't tell you that when you post the fucking thing.
Really?
So
yeah. I'll tell you what. That's not being funny, mate. That's fucking pissed me off even more now.
That's bang out of fucking order.
You tried to help me out of that, and some thieving fucking wank riding, or driving for these fucking they're shameless bag of shit company, right? That don't even deserve to be in fucking trading on any level whatsoever. Right?
That's it.
Right?
Someone's got
they've told you as a responsible fucking customer that you're not going to receive nothing back for an expensive item that you put and you relied on them to deliver to somewhere else. It's not too difficult in this life, is it?
And I insured it under their instructions.
Really?
Yeah. So I am going to take it further, but I don't know how far I'll get.
No.
I mean, the long and short of it is it's somebody employed by them to deliver it that's nicked it, so it's their responsibility.
Simple as, mate. It's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
That
so
was picked up from my local shop, put in the back of the van. Matey's looked at it. Fucking, whoa, hang on a minute. We'll stick that in the front. I'll have that.
Yeah.
Robin Cook.
That really is disgusting. I mean, I just before Christmas, I'd ordered something for my son. It was the center console for his new car. So he had an armrest, blah, blah, blah. And that was actually coming through DHL. And I got told that it arrived from Germany. It was coming to me. I then got told it got delivered. It hadn't been delivered. Went down, got in touch with them. And they said, oh, we've actually can't find it. And I thought, oh, here we go. And I was expecting the same sort of scenario that you were with your laptop. But they actually did pull the stops out, and they eventually found it. You know, I just assumed it was going to be lost. I'd have to do something. That's going to be my son's Christmas present. Have to try and do something. They were the total opposite. They put themselves out something rotten. It was the warehouse that's based actually here in Ipswich. They couldn't find it. I'd gone down there. They had to hunt around and stuff. And they gave me what I just wrongly assumed would be we'll just keep looking for it. And literally 2 days later, I got this phone call just saying, "Oh, we're going to bring it around to you tomorrow. Can you, are you going to be around?" And I was actually really surprised at the effort that they went to, because now that maybe I was lucky with DHL, but they certainly were very good.
The thing is, with big company like DHL and UPS, American based, and it's all about customer satisfaction with them.
Yeah, it is, mate. And I believe, and I think you could trust the likes of Royal Mail as well. They might have had their moments in time, but I tell you what, right? Hermes is a company, right? We've all known about it for years and years and years. And the thing is, you look at their website, they've only got to put one thing up, right? And they're just, it stinks, mate. You know, they literally need to be taken down as a company massively because they know what's going on, right? Yeah, that's pitiful. How you can honestly be proud, right? To say, for instance, own a company like that, right? And it's basically it's constant theft, mate. It's abuse.
Yeah. Well, I must admit, if I've got something like I bought something from Amazon and it doesn't do what I need to do and I need to return it, they always give you the choice of either go to the post office or get Hermes to come and pick it up. There is no way in hell that I'll ever choose Hermes. I'd rather go out my way to go to the post office every single time. Every single time. Because I've got total trust in the Royal Mail, but I certainly haven't in that courier service, not in the slightest.
Well, myself and the missus call them herpes. You know, nobody wants herpes, do they?
No, this is it. I think they've been very lucky. They instigated their business on the back of eBay, and it took off hugely. But just because of the way they've run it, people are getting pissed off at it, and I won't ever use them again.
No.
Well, I'm just surprised that they are still bloody going. That they haven't had so many complaints that it hasn't been shut down.
It's because they're cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, whether they're cheap or not, I mean, at the end of the day, it's theft, mate. I mean, at the end of the day, if you were running a company, right, and you fucking knew that your drivers, right, were stealing, right, and your business was being slated for it, right, and eventually that will sting your ass, right, somehow, right, and you do something about it. But these fucking, I've seen the stories, right, the company do not give a shit, mate. They do not give a monkey's fucking rat's ass about anything, unless there's money coming in, right, that's it. So, I don't care about anything else.
Yeah,
it'll take time, but the money will stop coming in because people will get fed up with it.
Like you've only got to look when they put the things up on social media, and literally they get ripped to pieces by fucking thousands of people. Really,
yeah.
You know, and they do. You only got to look at any of their posts. You know, we'll guarantee it gets there. Will you? Really fun.
No, false news was wrong.
Yeah, that was annoying. Anyway, that's done now, isn't it, mate? You know, it's a shame what they've just told you, though. You didn't receive any compensation. Or you're just trying to help you out, to be honest. You know. So there you go.
So whatever it is you've got there, don't send that by fucking
herpes.
By herpes.
Absolutely not. That's
it's just so sad. That really is. It's just so wrong.
It is. And you know, if it had been like I'd sold something on eBay, because they kept on saying what was the fucking eBay number and stuff like that, and I kept saying, well, I haven't sold it on eBay. It's got fuck all to do with that. I'm just trying to help a friend out, you know, and that's the sort of attitude that they get. They didn't give a fuck.
No.
Well, Chris, wouldn't it be worth getting in touch with Citizens Advice, see what they've got to say? Because that's free, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's possible. I am going to follow it up.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Because at the end of the day, that's your property, mate, and it's been stolen. You know, and if to be honest with you, it's like my company. I mean, obviously work for haulage. Now, if we lose or make a mistake, if anything happens to anybody's consignment, you can guarantee, mate, they get reimbursed one way or the other.
Yeah.
Right, and some of that stuff is very, very, very expensive stuff.
Yeah.
You know, which is the way it is. But like you say, the Citizens Advice is definitely the first point of call, because like you say, they're free of charge and they're all ex-solicitors, aren't they? And you know,
yeah.
Isn't it something you could possibly take through the small claims court?
Like you say, go back to Citizens Advice first.
Yeah.
I'm
just checking that I've still got the emails with the numbers on.
I think that's absolutely disgusting, mate. You just turn around to a customer. As a customer, they've just lost, and it besides the point, mind you. But
there we go.
I've
still got the details.
Wouldn't trading standards be able to do something?
So again,
pass.
Wouldn't trading standards be able to do something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, have you got any friendly legal eagles in Reading, you know, Chris? Send a solicitor's letter, threatening county court judgment and all this crap.
Yeah. I ain't just going to let it go.
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely not.
The only thing I think is wrong with that is the fact that you're then having to put time, effort, and money into chasing after something you sent via them in good faith. And that is the wrong part of it all.
Yeah.
Well, in the small print at the bottom, you put in, apart from my solicitor's costs, the court costs, here's my bill for my time and loss.
Yeah. I'll keep you posted on that one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You've taken out a contract with a trading company, a delivery company.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got a contract with them to deliver your parcel from you to Weggy, and they failed to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, mate. Yeah. Tell you, seriously, Gordon. I don't know. Chris didn't say that much about it. It's been pretty laid back. I was quite angry about it, to be fair. It's not the fact that I was disappointed not to receive the laptop, because Chris was good enough to sort of send me one, or try to send me one. It was just the whole way. It's a way it's been handled, mate. It's the way that they lie. It's the way they covered it up.
Yeah, they got a couldn't give a fuck attitude.
Yeah.
It's like Stitch says there, police possibly, as it's theft, which it is.
Yeah.
It's theft. And to be honest with you, the thing is, from what Chris was saying, right, they obviously got the parcel picked up, right? It was supposedly tracked, right? It was tracked back in the depot, and then from the depot onwards, it didn't have
No, there was no trucking on it at all then.
Yeah.
No.
Oh fuck! Wiggy's locked up now.
The annoying thing is everybody makes mistakes. Things are going to go wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end
that's
of the
why
day,
I insured it.
Yeah, but one, you have your insurance, and two, the problem is it just seems to happen too bloody often with the same company, doesn't it? I don't understand.
Hermes is renowned
why.
for it.
Yeah, and if they're that renowned, why isn't somebody doing something about it? In authority, because people must be losing pounds left, right, and centre.
Well, it's like, to go back a couple of years ago, when my daughter moved out, she moved down to South Wales, right? And she left all the 2 bits and pieces here that she couldn't get in the car because the car was absolutely rammed, right? And the one thing that she left here, I ended up keeping it in my bedroom, was her laptop, her work laptop.
Yeah.
Right? And she phoned me up. She says, right. She says, here's my address. She says, I want you to post it to me. She says, next day recorded delivery and have it insured and stuff. So I went up to the post office up the road, had a word with the lady up there. I've known them for years and stuff. She says, yeah. She says, you want this. And it cost 28 quid for next day. Right? And they notified me to say it was going to be delivered the next day by 12 o'clock. And it didn't turn up. Right? So she thought, hey, there's somebody half-reached it. No, can't have done it. It's Royal Mail. All right. Anyway, 2 days later, she got a phone call from Royal Mail reimbursing her postage because a laptop had been put up somewhere and the guy missed it when he loaded his truck.
All right.
Because it was fragile and it got fucking fragile tape and everything, right? He put it up somewhere on top of like a set of lockers, right? Loaded his truck, forgot to grab it, went off and delivered. Then next day he was on a different route, so he forgot it. And somebody at the depot spotted it, thought, oh shit, she did get it, but it took a week to get to her. But because it took a week to get to it and it was late, she got reimbursed all the postal costs. So it got delivered to South Wales for nothing.
Well, that's just basic acceptance of the contract that you have between A and B, isn't it? They committed to, they committed to do such a thing, basically get it there next day by 12. They failed. So their compensation is, 1, make sure you still get it, and 2, basically give you the cost back because you haven't received what you paid for. And that's the way it should be. Because mistakes will happen.
It's always the same. You judge a company not by just how well their service is, but what they do when they've made a mistake. Because everybody, like you say, everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
It's more about how you actually, basically sort it all out.
Yeah.
That's the crux of things.
Watch this space.
Yeah. Make sure you keep going after them, Chris.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Because the more I think about it, the more I get pissed off with it now.
Well, the thing is, it's not even just a physical thing now. It's got to the stage where it's the principle of the matter.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You've had the contract. They've just tried to brush you off. That don't work.
It looks like Wiggy's internet's crapped out.
Yeah, Stitch just put something up to say their internet has crashed.
It's like,
She's unplugged him. She's unplugged him.
Chance to be a fine thing.
Yeah. Trying to get him this shut up.
It's like on Tuesday, I ordered a genuine Kawasaki workshop manual for my Vulcan. And Kawasaki UK won't sell me one.
Why?
No, they won't sell me a genuine workshop manual for my bike, right? So I've had to order one from Kawasaki USA, right? I emailed them and ordered it on Tuesday, right? They says, right, we're going to send it out by DHL, right? It's at East Midlands Airport. I'm getting it tomorrow.
Okay, no.
And that's on the States.
DHL are good. I've got a friend that's worked for them for about 25 years. And, you know, I've got a lot of respect for them because they just seem to make that little bit more effort.
Yeah,
well, it was exactly.
I got an email this morning about 8 o'clock to say the flight landed last night at 6 o'clock. Well, this morning at 6 o'clock. And it was being processed It was at the moment it's going through customs and stuff and all this crap.
Oh, you'll
Right.
probably get you'll probably have to pay some duty on the bloody thing.
But it's a book.
Does that you don't have duty on books, you're not?
This is it. See, it's a book. So as far as I'm aware, it's VAT free.
All right.
But
that's sweet.
VAT free, but import tax is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It depends how much was it. As long I think it's 150 quid, isn't it? Before you have to start paying import duty.
£102 including postage.
Yeah. It should be all right then. Will
that have all the correct specs for your bike though? Will it not be at the American spec?
Yeah, well, this is it. I when I emailed them and stuff, I says, well, your bikes have got different emissions and your indicators stop on and this, that, and the other and stuff and blah blah blah. And he turned around and said to me, he says, no, don't worry about it. He says we will get a UK spec owner's manual for your bike for you.
Oh, fucking happy days, isn't it?
Wow.
And I can't do that. I went back to the shop to the dealer that I bought the bike off. They wouldn't get me one. I went to the main Kawasaki dealer in Derby. They said no. So I phoned Kawasaki UK and they said no.
Well, the thing is, they want you to go to the main dealers to get it all done, mate. They don't want you to be doing it yourself.
Yeah, well, it's no skin off my nose because, for about 10 years, I built Honda bikes up and serviced them and stuff when they came over in the packing crates at my uncle's bike shop. So,
yeah,
I'm not one of these that keeps chopping and changing my bike, has a new bike every 3 years. I've got that one and I'm keeping it.
That sounds like me. Sometimes they last as long as 3 years.
The thing is that the problem I've got is there are very few bikes that I can adapt.
Yeah.
For my situation. Right? And this is why it took me 12 months to find a bike, and the two bikes I came down to was the new Vulcan or the older XV1100 Vuago.
Is that because they've got a flat foot plate rather than a peg?
It's because I have to have that Cliptronic system on it. It's the gear linkage that I have to look at and where you can mount stuff. Right?
Yeah.
And the Vuago, I could have put the Cliptronic down the frame vertically. Right?
Yeah.
Where on the Vulcan, because of how the pegs are and how it's all laid out, it sits underneath. So we extended the gear shifter, the actual arm, by 4 inches, so it drops it down so I can connect the Cliptronic to it. But I've been looking at the new CB1100 Rebel.
Yeah.
It's got a dual clutch transmission on it, but they're like 10 grand. But I don't like the petrol tank, how it's just been plonked on as an afterthought.
Yeah, that happens quite often, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just got it's a nice shaped bike and stuff. But what the friggin' hell's that stuck on top? Oh, it's a petrol tank, and it's not very.
Bit like that GS 1200 Troop I was looking at in Nottingham. That's got Cliptronic on it.
I've not tried that yet. I might end up having to go that route myself yet. Depends what happens with my feet.
Can I ask a silly question? Cliptronic is where you don't need to change the gear with your foot then?
Push button. On the handlebar.
Okay.
It's an electronic gear changer, basically.
Okay, cool.
You pull the clutch in, press a button, you've got a red button and a green button. One's up, one's down. But if you've got to go down the Cliptronic route, Chris, give us a shout and I'll give you a bit of info so you get it a bit cheaper.
Lovely. That's good of you. Thanks, Gordon.
Because my Cliptronic should have cost me 750 quid.
Hello, Julie.
Right.
Hello.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello, sweetheart.
And I joined NAP, National Association for Bikers with Disability, put in for a grant, and I paid 250 quid for it.
Oh, you can't grumble at that.
Blimey.
But I've got the guy's phone number, email address, postal address, what he does and stuff. So you have to go down that road. Give us a shout, and I'll send you the info over.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. I don't think it's going to be imminent at the moment because there's another operation that they've now said that they're going to try me on first, which means I won't lose the foot just yet.
Which is all good.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath. And if, in fairness, it doesn't worry me if I lose it because I'll just get the prosthetic and then crack on.
I'll tell you what,
it'd be kind of nice to be pain-free for a bit.
Yeah.
You are going through the mill at the moment, aren't you, man? Your foot, your eye?
A little bit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So both eyes and both feet.
Jesus, man.
On the plus side, I have lost 23 kilos in weight, so.
Well, gives you another 3 miles an hour on your bike, I suppose, then.
That's it. The smaller I get, it means I can lay down over that tank and get under the bubble a bit more.
Oh, bless you.
CB250 next then, Chris.
Sorry?
CB250 next then.
Yeah. I should come. I'll come round and I'll get on get on a rebel.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear her shouting in the background in a minute. You fucking won't.
I'm banging off to watch Star Trek upstairs, I reckon.
Oh, fucking hell, Nita. What you like? Right, I'm going to love you and leave you guys because these tramadol are fucking sending my head all over the place tonight.
Bless your heart.
And I'm struggling to concentrate, so I'm just going to go and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I think my PC is a shot its bulk that's saying at 7 o'clock, 1900 hours.
Yeah, that's definitely shot his bolt, mate.
My phone's saying that's 22:38.
Well, you look after yourself then, Chris.
Yeah, I will
mate.
do, guys. You'll take care. So,
See you next week, mate.
So,
Really
night,
good seeing
Wiggy.
you.
We'll catch you next week.
Night, Stitch.
Nice stitch.
Night, Moist. Night, Johnny. Night, everybody else. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And then there were 4. 5.
Yeah. It started off so well.
I nearly got that wrong.
There was 7 at one time.
Yourself through that.
And think my job used to be counting.
Oh dear. I've just clicked on the time and it's come up as the 24th of February 2021, Wednesday.
Oh, that's nice.
I knew the PC had a bit of a lag on it, but I didn't know it was 26 some odd hours slow.
Yeah.
Is there a delay?
Times, mate.
Is there a delay?
Yeah, according to my PC screen, there's still 5 of us on it. Not kept.
Is there? Well, there is. There's 5 of us.
6 with Julie. Chris is still here.
You're always tired. Yeah. Yeah, well, everybody gone. What are we going to talk about now then?
Right. Anyone interested in the new R1800 BMW Cruiser?
No.
Is that the one with the boxer engine?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I ain't looked it up on YouTube, but they're also now saying they're going to build a 1200 version as well.
But
I start talking about bikes and Julie buggers off.
you know she only likes sex.
Yeah. Well, she did.
No, well, there you go. What we got? There's
No, a boxer engine cruiser just doesn't float my boat because you can't have your legs forward, can you? You know, you're going to burn your fins on the pots.
I think that's an inline 4 because looks like he's got his feet, his knees are behind his ankles. If you get my meaning, cruiser style.
Yeah.
He ain't got his ankles back behind his knees like you would do on a normal boxer beamer. So whether that's is it the GS or is it an inline 4 or inline 3 or whatever it is?
Don't know.
That's a square engine.
The only bike related thing I've seen recently is the new Triumphs coming out.
What, the 2.3s? The old rockets?
No, they're doing a new Bonneville line for this year.
Oh, the 660 and the 1200.
Yeah. Basically the same engines and whatever. It's just styling revamp.
Well, they ain't got that bloody lollipop stick at the back under the seat where your rear light and everything hanging off.
Yeah,
fair enough. I think I'd throw that away and put a chrome bloody mudguard underneath.
Yeah, you need to do something with it. It's a bit ugly, isn't it?
Well,
that's what I can't understand. A lot of the bikes that have come out, well, not a lot, but there's been a few bikes that have come out with, you've got the rear wheel, and then you've got this little bit that goes out to stick the up. And I just don't understand why they're doing that, because it doesn't actually do anything, does it?
Well,
help anything.
Well, in theory, it throws the water up underneath the seat rather than up your back. But that depends what angle that bloody quarter cut mudguard size is.
Yeah.
And how low it hangs in the back. If that's in the middle of the back wheel, that's going to, half of it will go underneath the seat and the other half will go all up your back.
I don't know. Is it voice only?
I just think it looks so bloody ugly.
Oh.
Who's this coming in?
I don't know.
Who's coming in? Has Wiggy got his up and running again?
Got Robin the Stick. Is it Robin Peel?
Don't know. Not hearing anything. Oh well. Thought you might just call voice only, but okay. Remove.
Oh, well,
bless him.
The four musketeers again.
See
Hurrah!
if it develops.
So who we got on here tonight? Because we've got Stitch, we've got Mice, we've got John.
And that's it, mate. We've got 3 people watching.
And that's it.
I think I might be one of them. Yeah.
Well, I'm watching.
I'm watching, I'm looking at him, I'm chatting. I'm feeling loads of rubbish, whatever.
Ken, what's Nita to think of a new bike?
Since I swapped the bars over to the Highline bars, she chanting at the bit, got it out the back gate on the excuse of going to fill the petrol tank up just up the road. Came back and I got 14 miles on the clock. Filled up with petrol, came out of the garage, turned left, and ended up on the A14. Went up and over the bridge. Actually went up and over the bridge without thinking about it. The Tesco's, and then came back via the town and I put it back in the shed.
Oh, bless her.
But
it looks a lovely bike. Looks in
it looks a lot better now. I've changed put the 4.5-inch riser bars in it. I had to readjust the braided brake cable for the front brake because that was more or less flat bars and that was designed to come straight out, but that's just all I need to do is tip it down 45 degrees. So I went down in line with the forks and then put a couple more cable ties to hold the wire on against the handlebars. Over and out, that runs as sweet as a nut.
That's
Looks
like,
gorgeous.
The only other thing I've got to do is somehow try and reinforce the right hand foot peg rubber because it twists. When I put it away in the tent, I thought, hang on, what's cable ties? What's this? The actual foot peg was upside down. And that was nearly half off. So I might have to take the foot peg off and get a new one, or get the foot peg off and then try and drill 2 self-tapping holes. Put the self-tappers in to stop it moving, sliding about. There's nothing worse than that.
It's a new bike, is it?
No, it's an R-Edge. What's that, 99, 98,
Oh,
99?
right. Yeah, fair enough then.
It's new for Nita.
Oh, yeah, you won't get it. You might have to chop her fingers off to prise it away from her now.
As long as she's liking it.
All I done was jack the forks back out to the top of the limit, and I sort of raised the front end a bit, and she reckons, well, she's only sat on it before, but now she's ridden it, she says, yeah, I want to go. Yeah. When are we going out next? Because I put the battery, my optimizer has come back to life again. My multi-function battery charger come optimizer. That's been on charge in the shed off the bike, and that was 13.8 volts with 3/4, 5 out of the 7 lights lit up on the charge. What's it? That's been on charge on the bike now for just over 30 hours, and that's still showing 13.3. But 3/4 charge. But I've got a new battery. Should be here tomorrow.
Maybe.
Should be.
Not being delivered by Hermes, is it?
I don't know. It's on eBay, so whoever. Where's the TV remote? Get rid of the telly.
Sitting on my sofa, mate.
Get rid of the telly now, so you shouldn't have any more background noise apart from that twat.
He's been very quiet tonight.
Yeah.
He said nothing.
He's a
Oh, bless her.
Well, it ain't so bad with me, but when Nita's on the phone, he's chucking away like a demented idiot.
Oh, bless you.
Got a cat with a bag.
Right, I'm going to be a bagger and I'm going to call it a night because I'm going to disappear off.
You're on holiday, wasn't that with your man?
Yeah, well, precisely. But yes, I want to get up early.
You get out of bed early, innit? Yeah. You can't hack these late nights anymore.
Oh, I'm too old, Ken. I'm too old. I'm getting
Get out of it.
Where's is Cock Robin actually coming on then?
I don't know.
French.
Just seen if anything. Cock Robin! Woohoo!
Hello.
Oh, Cock Robin.
Hello.
Is that Rob 64?
Don't know who it is.
Cock Robin.
No, mate.
Oh,
now I'm gonna call it a night, and I'm gonna disappear off, and I will catch up to you hopefully next week, everybody. If that's okay.
No, mate.
Possibility. Good night, mate. Take it easy.
Yeah, you take it easy, everyone. Lovely seeing you.
See you next week.
I'll see ya. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, I don't know. These youngsters can't hack a pace these days, can they?
He's not a day over 50.
What, Peter?
Yeah, I don't know how old he is.
I don't know.
Who cares?
It must be in his late 40s, I should think. How old were his kids? In their 20s, didn't they?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, all I can say is I'm a fully paid up member now of the over 70s group.
I've just. I'll be 65. Okay.
65? No. Wiggy, where are you? We need some info.
Yeah, well, it's drying up quickly here, isn't it? It's oh dear. All the people can normally talk for England, they buggered off.
That's what people say about me. Well, my missus, especially when I get, if I get with someone, like when she used to come with me in the truck, I'd meet up with a couple of mates in a cafe somewhere, and she'd be sitting there bored to tears.
Yeah. Well, yeah, two blokes talking shit is not exactly no. Yeah. Something a female will want to listen to.
She said, well, I can't work you out. I said, what's that? She said, you meet up with any of your mates and you talk the hind leg of a bloody donkey, but when you come home and there's only me and you don't say jack shit. You just sit there with the remote flicking around the telly. Yeah, well, that's what truck drivers do when they come home. They sit in their armchair with their feet up with a nice cold beer, but I don't drink. I'd rather have a cup of tea or a can of cold Coke, normal Coke that is, not this bloody diet crap shit or Pepsi. Oh, I can tell the smell between Pepsi and Coke anyway. I don't need to taste it. I can smell it. I upset one of the girls in Tesco's when she was trying to flog the Tesco's cola. Because I'd been into Tesco's to get my weekly supply of 4 bottles for £5. Why did you buy 4 of them when you could have bought 6 of these for the same price? I said, because I don't like the taste and I don't like the smell.
Yeah.
Well, you can't tell the difference. I said, don't need to. I don't need to taste it. I can smell it. She went, why is that then? I said, because I've been drinking normal Coke as well. Best part of 30 years. Oh, it tastes a bit different now than what it did 30 years ago, but then they've taken a certain ingredient out, haven't they? What job are you on about? What? Just realised my kitchen floor has water all over the floor. That was
got a leak somewhere. No, it's not what you want.
I take it he got out of the bath without turning the water off. Or did he leave the shower running with the plug in? Oh, well. Bit late looking for a plumber now, mate.
Yeah. You go calling the plumber out at this time of night, it'll cost you a small fortune.
Aye.
Oh, don't talk about bloody plumbers, mate. With our downstairs loo is not on the same system as the upstairs bathroom, shower and toilet, if you get my meaning. It's got a separate pipe going into where the manhole cover is.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's weird.
Since we've been here, every now and again, the bloody thing blocks and very near floods over the top of the rim. But it gets to within about half an inch of the rim and then it stops, luckily.
Yeah.
So I've been sticking the old plungers down it, but turns out the plumber came out from the council, shoved the plungers down that he'd got, and that went glug, 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 and all the water disappeared. And he went, there you go, blockage is gone. Job done and cleared off. Madam goes to the loo, flushes it, and the water comes up and stays there. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I've gone outside. We've got a long, 8, 9, 10 foot curtain track, the old bendy plastic thing.
Yeah.
So I laid on my stomach with my head down the manhole cover, trying to get this thing to go up. I'll get about 3 foot up the drain, and I clunk, clunk, clunk. And you think, well, that must have a 45 or a 90-degree bend in it.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not what you want.
Well, another plumber came out today and flushed the toilet and thought, the water came up and stayed up. And that very slowly started to sink. He went, well, that's not completely blocked. So she said, well, they've been pouring all this drain unblocker and stuff down to try and open whatever it is that clears it. But when we done it before, I managed to get the old curtain track to go round the S-bend, but then it's got a 90-degree turn into the floor, not out the wall, it goes into the floor. So I managed to get it round to that corner, and I kept whacking it backwards and forwards, and then all this like lime scale started to fall back down. So I reckon that was full of lime scale. So I've been putting that Domestos, the old Domestos blue down every sort of couple of hours, and then flushing it, and then putting another load in and leaving it. Well, hopefully that's probably, that's because it says it gets rid of lime scale. But he come out today and checked it at this other bloke, and the missus said, well, every time we sit on it, it moves. He said, well, it shouldn't do that. That should be tight to the floor. He said, because you could sit on it and that'll break the seal for the downpipe. Well, I don't know what he done because I weren't in, I was outside, but she said the seal had gone, and somehow that had collapsed inside the pipe, and that was blocking the flow. So whether he put a new seal on it with some more super glue or whatever they use, and put it all back together and said, right, no one's allowed to use the downstairs loo till tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what she's done, she's pulled the door shut, probably got a penny or a screwdriver or a knife, and locked the door from outside. So if any of our lodgers come down and want to go to the toilet down here, the door's going to be locked, and they got to go, oh, sorry, we didn't know there's someone in there. And I think that's going to feel weird if both of us are sitting here, and when they want to go for a wee or whatever. But hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed, that should be clear.
Yeah, live in hope.
Yeah. Well,
It's got a separate thing now to the main drain.
Yeah, I'd have thought what they'd have done was drilled a hole through the wall, put the pipe out through the wall, drilled a hole or dug a hole down to the pipe from the sink and the dishwasher and the wash machine and everything, because that all.
Yeah, the main drain. Yeah.
Yeah, then that'll be in the main drain, and if you get a blockage, you could. Because I know a lot of places now you've got to have a inspection hatch.
Yeah.
On the bend, you undo 2 bolts and just swivel it out of the way, and you can poke it from which way to clear the blockage. Because I know last time I done it, I managed to get I've got about 8 foot of hose pipe up the drain, and when I pulled it back out again, you see the fucking crap that came out with it. It must have been about half a bog roll, if not more, all sort of squelched up. Hello, Andy.
Hey, boys. Back again. I don't know how long for, but I keep losing internet connection. That's what happened before. And so I thought I'll give it another go.
Can you go and plug Wiggy back in then? Because he's lost his.
Yeah.
That's my internet there. I can go on anything else. Go on, mate.
One in the drawer, never used it.
Yeah, bloody good things, really. But I can go on anything else on the internet. But every time I try to get onto this stream, kept saying I ain't got enough internet. I don't know why, because it's unlimited on this thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Old bladder.
Hello.
Carl's got to go walk about. Going to take his best friend for a walk.
Oh, right. Yeah. Has his missus been on tonight yet?
She popped in for a little while and I started talking about motorbikes and she just disappeared. For some unknown reason.
Oh,
But
did I hear you've got a new motorbike, mate?
No, not yet. I'm still looking. I'll
Oh,
find
right.
another one down in London.
Okay.
Nate,
I've been in and out of this.
Nita's got a fresh one. She's got a 250 Rebel. And changed the bars on it and put 4.5 the normal Honda Rebel bars back on it and dropped the suspension, the front forks down to the top of the top yoke because they were sticking out 1.5 inches. They lowered the yokes on the front forks, so it sort of. So I just put a jack under the frame at the front, took a weight off the forks, and then pulled the legs back down. So that's back now to original condition. The only thing I've got to do is find somewhere stopping the right hand foot peg rubber moving. Hello, Andy's on a scroll again. It's only me and you, Gordon. Hello.
Did you put it off again?
I think his internet is starting to run out. Oh, that one, the aerials fell off the roof. No, I can't make up my mind. I like the look of the old GS 550s, and I like the look of the old Kawasaki 550 Zephyr. They're more in my sort of weight scale. I googled the RF 900. That is 17, 19 kilos lighter than mine, which is 19 kilos at my weight. At well, I don't know what, because last time I weighed myself, I was 9 stone 4. This time last year, I was 10 stone 7. Because I had that fucking snot over a month. And energy wise, I'm fucked. We cut, of course, I got a load of cladding came in for the inside for the shed. 10 sheets by, 10 by 4, I think. And by the time we lugged them from the front garden down to the shed at the back, which is about 40, 50 foot, that was it. I was fucked. I had to come in and have a go on this bloody thing.
All right.
Never had one of my life until I went up. She got me up to go to see the nurse before Christmas. And she gave me that flow test thingy, is it? Where you blow in the tube?
Yeah, peak flow.
And I think that's 135 first attempt. She gave me 2 puffs on that. Waited a couple of minutes. I had a chin wag about did I want the C jab and all that crap, and I went no. She said why not? I said because I've never had a flu job and I've never suffered with what I call flu. I've always suffer with colds. I've always been like that since I was a kid. I'd come home on a Friday night all full of beans. Madam's got the snots. I go to work Monday morning, I'm sneezing like a fucking idiot and coughing like a twat. By Wednesday, it's all gone. By Friday, I'm full of fucking beans again. Come home, she's full of snot. So I take it to work and get rid of it. But I don't, since last year, I've been totally out of it. Just to walk down the local shop half a mile away and back and get like one plastic bag of goodies. By the time I get to the front gate, like, puffy. But I don't know what it is. Because that's probably because my fault. I wouldn't go to the quacks last year to have the chest infection and all that crap. But I got booked in to go up to have a chest X-ray for Christmas, and got shadows on my lungs. I don't know. Well, I'm a bit. I whistle at night, but that's only because I blocked sinuses, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Need to get on the bike more so I don't smoke as much as these things.
Yeah.
But there again, I'll cut myself down.
Being bored.
Well, I've gone from 20 fags a day down to 50 grams a week. But if tailor-made, I bought a packet. Last time I went on a bike, fucking £10.99. I thought, what? Doing what? I said, last time I bought a packet of fags, I was £8.50. She said, well, inflation. I thought, bloody hell.
Yeah.
I think they lasted me 6 weeks. Because what I do, I leave them in my leather, and I chuck my leather in the cupboard, and that's where it stops while I take the bike out again. Or put my leather on. Think, oh, what's this? Oh, packet of fags. Lovely. I ain't got to sit there with try and roll one more than me.
If I was going out somewhere, I'd sort of roll myself 10 or 20 before I went.
Yeah, I tried that, but the tin I got is for Super King fags. So you think about Super Kings, what? That's a normal size rolling pack.
Yeah.
Where are we? That's a normal size. Well, the tin is another 1.25 inches wider. So they're slopping about in the tin. Well, when you open the tin, the shower of baccy goes everywhere, and that pulls out the ink. So when you light the fag up, boom, oh, that smells nice.
A bit of burnt tash.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I don't know. Right, I'm getting fed up with this bloody delay on here, so I'm going to switch my PC off. Well, I'll leave it at that. I still want to get the time right. Is it the 25th today? It must be.
Yeah. Well, 26 now.
26?
26? No, 25th. Blind as well as stupid.
According to my date and timeline in the corner, it's the 24th of the 2nd, 2021 and 1931.
It's not updated, has it?
No. It'll do that. Go into settings, I suppose, and
Hey, Stitch, have you got your internet back yet? Is Wiggy going to be rejoining us?
I don't know.
Asking Stitch. I think she's still watching.
That would be nice. Alarms and clock. Calendar.
Yeah, so what are you going to be doing with your bike then, Gordon? Was it just for maintenance you got the manual for?
Yeah, basically. I've got to dig it out, give it a wash, give it a polish, take it for an MOT because it's 3 years old now. So, but I just can't see the point of spending £200-300 on a service at a dealer's when I can do it at home.
Same here.
Welcome to calendars. Add your accounts to keep up to date across devices. Huh? Go to calendar.
He's going up his own arse.
Ooh. Hang on, where are we?
So just click buttons, mate. Click a button.
That's got Wednesday. That should be bloody Thursday. What? Event name? What? Go away.
See you later, John.
That I ain't messing about. What? I can't update the calendar. Piss off. All right.
There's not many of us left. Look.
No, there isn't.
Hello, Jules. You back again?
Yeah, you still talking about bikes?
No, we're talking about time.
Well, I'm trying to get my big PC back to today, not yesterday. That's why I'm saying when I clicked on the bits and pieces and nutty jobs, this page can't be found. Error.
Hello, Dick.
Yeah. Well, good morning. It's 7 o'clock every day. What?
Oh, try that thing up. Stupid names to come back. Sorry about that. The internet went down, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, well, let me off this time.
According to my big system, I'm 28 and a half hours behind.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, Julie's gone. So hello, Julie.
Turning the heating off, even. She sat here sweating.
No. It was getting a bit warm in here tonight.
Yeah. Anyway, what part of the world is it? Here's a question for you, Weggy. Since you're a man of knowledge.
No, I mean, mate, supposedly.
What is the local time at 1935 on Wednesday the 24th?
What's the local time at 1935?
Yeah, on Wednesday the 24th.
I think he's had one too many coffees.
I'll tell you what it is. And if you've not set the clock on your PC, mate, it means you've when you switch it off, there's a little battery, there's a memory in a PC. That means that battery's gone.
Oh, right.
Right.
So that packed up last night at 7 o'clock-ish.
Excuse me a minute. Alexa, living room lights white.
Okay. That's racist.
That's better. No, sorry, the internet went down, and obviously Sam told you about it. It's just literally it just went like that. It was the first time it's done it. But fingers crossed, I get my more potent PC back tomorrow, and then I'm gonna power line the whole system. So hopefully it's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've got this PC on power line.
Yeah.
Quite a good system.
Yeah,
make a world of difference, mate.
I'm going to go and have some melon.
Sex?
No, melon.
Oh, melon. Sorry, I heard melon.
Melons. She wants some melon.
Yeah. She wants melons.
No, just
more melon.
Some melons.
Just
more melon.
This time of night, Coventry Market's not open yet.
No.
We got any melons on offer?
I think she's got melons in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, I can just see Carl trolling down to Coventry Fruit Market at 3 o'clock in the morning. You got any melons, mate?
Anyway, have we spoken much about melons? So it was nice, I suppose we have. Not really.
I did mention the new BMW R1800 Cruiser.
Well, I haven't seen it. I don't think that was
and then Julie disappeared.
Yeah.
I also mentioned the new Triumph 600, 660 or whatever, and
you got the Trident, haven't you, as well? We could also talk about
she's off again. She's off again. I'll mention motorbikes and she goes.
Yeah. No, she's after melons, mate. Melons.
Galia, what, the green speckly ones or the yellow ones?
Is it the green or yellow, my dear? Yellow melons. Honeydew melons.
That's a rare looking old bike. It's a bloody that's a bullshit hardtail, isn't it? That BMW 1800.
I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I just see a picture of it come up on.
Yeah, that's literally.
Yes, it's actually a soft tail. It's got suspenders.
Yeah, that looks all right though, doesn't it?
Got one of them bloody great plunger, centralised shock exhaust run up underneath the seat under the petrol tank.
Yeah. Well, nobody our age really want to start riding around on a hardtail, do they? Really? To be honest.
Or an 1800 that size, that must be on air ride. So when you stop, you hit the button and the sump guard hits the floor and it sits there.
It's not a bad looking bike though, is it? I mean, what's taking BMW down that particular route?
It's probably the what's its name? Triumph bobber.
It's very similar in design, to be fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite nice though. It actually looks nicer than the bobber. I'm completely honest.
Yeah, the Triumph bobber's selling quite well, so that obviously they thought, well, we'll try and get on it and get in the bandwagon.
Yeah, I'll try if I've done very well with that particular model. I mean, basically, it's based around the Bonneville engine anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, they've done extremely well. I mean, Triumph are probably at the top of the tree, really, with aftermarket parts and sales and everything. We spoke about this before. I mean, they make as much money, if not more, from aftermarket parts than they do the actual sales of bikes. You know? But 1800cc, yeah, Boxer.
Yeah, they're also doing a 1200 as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to look at the price. 2020 BMW R18. Yeah, 20,600 with optional heated grips, hill start, reverse gear, headlight pro fitted. All right.
20 grand though. It's not cheap, is it?
No, it's not. Peak power is 91 horsepower at just 4,700 RPM. Obviously, you'd expect a certain amount of torque. It's got 116.5 foot-pound of torque. 3,000
It's got more torque than horsepower, so it'll not go that quick, but it'll get there very quickly.
Yeah, it says here, even between 2,000 and 3,000 RPM, there is over 110 foot-pound of torque.
That's not a motorbike, that's a poxy bloody tractor.
You have to be a bit delicate with the throttle, wouldn't you?
Oh, Christ, mate, yeah. That's surprise a few people, but I suppose it's got that. You can imagine that sort of bike at the lights. I mean, you're not going to hardly able to touch the throttle. For that sort of light up, and you're quite obviously being bobbed in it, you're low down. You're leaning forward as such, isn't it? So that looks quite nice, actually. I'm not into it.
It's a long bike as well, so good.
It is. Yeah.
Go nice and stable in a straight line.
Yeah. Yeah. That looks as if it's going to perform better in a straight line than it does around a corner, to be honest.
Yeah.
Built for the Yank market and the bloody German autobahns.
Yeah. Just say, Gordon, you still got your is it the Vulcan you ride, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got any plans for another bike at a later date? Or you going to stick with the Vulcan, mate?
No, I've just shelled out for a workshop manual for it.
Oh yeah. All right, you got to keep it there for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a few £100 on workshop manual, you pay for that in a couple of services.
Yeah, you can't beat them workshop manuals over anything from Haynes, can you?
No. Well, even if you can't get a workshop manual at Haynes.
No, I know. They're not workshop manuals, are they?
No, but I mean,
it's always nice to have a Haynes manual, though. I don't know what it is. I mean, your Haynes manual give you the basics, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To a point,
if you can't get a workshop manual, get a Haynes. I mean, it still saves you a shitload of money.
Oh, of course, yeah. Right, maximum torque, 158 Newton meters. Yeah, no.
It's ridiculous, isn't it, that torque?
Curb weight, though, Kenny. Curb weight, 345 kilos.
Fuck off. I only weigh about fucking 55, 58.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's low down, isn't it, Kenny? It's low down. That's what you want.
Yeah, with it being a boxer, though, it would be low down.
Yeah, bloody boxer engines they have, haven't they? There you are. Quick facts and information. I tell you what, you were worth a BBC.
Did it come with dolly wheels at the back?
Comes with great big boobs. You want to say that? Sorry.
On the adverts, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I was
looking at breasts. Yeah, I know. Distracted him with melons.
Yeah, exactly. Melon City. Right.
I need to strap a fucking bag of spikes to me back to ride one of them. Extra fucking 4 stone behind me.
Fucking strap something in it.
Mind you, I've rid a bike home with a 25 kilo sack of spikes behind me and a bungee strap.
Hey, I just got to point this out, lads. Right, whoever's watching, there's about 2 people, I think. It says on the specifications and the sales sheet, it's got comfort and convenience features. Right, I'll read them out. Pillion grab rail.
They got a shiwi.
No, engine kill switch. Rider's foot pegs. Fucking rider's foot pegs. There's a convenience feature. Lovely. Right, electric start. Genuine leather seats. And it's got fucking riding modes, whatever. Right.
I'll tell you what, I wish my bike had them. I mean, that's what you pay the 20 grand for, as opposed to 4.5 grand. You know what I mean? You get foot pegs and all sorts on them.
Jesus Christ. Optional extras, foot pegs and a throttle. Happy days. Right. Yeah. Have you got riding modes? You've got riding modes, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, right. Look, on the bright side, if you're riding all year round during the winter and the snow and stuff, you just put your feet on top of the cylinders.
That's good for the winter, though, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, keep your feet warm.
No, there's some strange bikes coming out at the moment. I haven't seen that one before, actually. Any other strange bikes being released?
Oh, the BMW, not BMW, Harley Davidson have done themselves a trials bike or trail bike.
Yeah, I did see that one, actually.
Oh, God, you see the front of it?
Yeah, what size engine was that, though?
Fucking like, yay.
Yeah. Was that a standard Harley lump?
No, it's a brand new Harley lump.
Yeah.
Yeah, the specs on it aren't too bad, actually. No, it goes up against a GS and all the other big trail bikes are quite well on the spec side of it, anyway.
Yeah.
But it looks but ugly. It's not even fugly. It's just but ugly.
Oh, what is that? Is that it? That ain't it, surely. The fuck is that? Super Sogo TC Wanderer gets a splash of retro. That looks like a right bag of shit. Yeah. Tell you what, there's some rum designs coming out. Is it electric or what?
The article.
That's the article for what?
That bike.
Well, this one.
Yes, that one.
It's powered by a 3.4 brake horsepower. That's a fucking electric bike, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's an electric bike. It's got 3 horsepower, 133 pound-foot hub-mounted motor that can push the ultra lightweight machine to a top speed of just over 46 miles an hour.
That's a city bike.
It's a fucking 46 miles an hour.
That's what you get when you want to go downtown.
Yeah. You can shoot faster than that. Seriously.
That's for them boys who want to get nicked in a 30-mile speed limit doing 46 miles an hour.
No, I'd say fucking moist. I think the only bike that doesn't come with those extras is owned by Fred Flintstone. You're spot on there, mate. Come with a pair of trainers, doesn't it? Oh, I do like that. The Triumph Bonnevilles, yeah, I do. I'd love an old Meriden Triumph Bonneville compared to the Hinkley, though. To be honest.
What the hell?
Yeah. Sorry. That's the bother.
All right. I took 3 attempts to shut my PC off, and it keeps coming back.
Really? Says here, just talking to the Triumph of MCN, refined classics. Triumph Bonneville family updated. All the Triumph family been updated with new engines.
That's a new Harley.
All right.
That's a side view of it.
That's awful.
Well, I don't
like the petrol tank, Carl.
Hey?
How big is that petrol tank?
Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look.
You'd have thought they'd painted that bloody bib there in the same colour as the tank, wouldn't you?
Trouble is, I've got no desire for any adventure style bike, especially that one.
Yeah, the Harley one looks it looks ugly from the side, let alone bloody from the front.
To be honest with you, to be fair, Cole, I mean the whole, the whole look of the bike looks unbalanced. The engine doesn't look right in that frame for a start.
Yeah.
It's completely confused.
It looks too long.
We got.
Oh, it's a Pan America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fucking knockoff of a Honda.
Fucking god awful ugly.
That's funny you say that because that to me that looks very similar to a typical Honda adventure style bike in a way, apart from the engine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The biggest changes have come to the Bonneville T120 and the T120 Black. 1200cc engines had a mild update for Euro 5 specification. Reduced emissions, but power and torque have remained exactly the same. That's what I can't understand. The 1200cc. Now, I personally like the Thruxton R Triumph. It's a lot of money, but they only push out 77, 78 brake horsepower, and it's only 77.5 foot torque.
Well, as long as the torque matches the horsepower, it's not too bad.
No, I don't know what.
Very sweet.
You know, Carl, you would know this. You know Freddie Thruxton, don't you? You know the guy. He's now chose fucking over to Charlie Thruxton now, whatever he is. He's been a long time Triumph, and he's the pilot guy. He's really comical bloke, really nice guy actually.
I met him once. Hi.
Yeah, he had a Thruxton R, did he remember?
Yeah.
And he buys all these lovely brand new Triumphs over the years, spends an absolute fortune with Triumph on aftermarket parts, and then sells them, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets rid of one, gets another one.
Yeah. Looks better in black. Well, I suppose it looks a bit better in black. Sam's just found the Harley again, but all in black. Look.
Yeah. When you start looking at the front of it, that headlight is about yay.
Yeah, really.
Yay wide. It looks bloody goddamn awful.
Yeah, again, Carl, that looks like the sort of bike they'd ride across Texas, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. I saw a video on it, and they got the aftermarket, but well, not aftermarket, but the Harley Davidson boxes and all that sort of shit on it. And it's fucking awful.
I think it's one of them companies we keep coming up on the crew. I mean, I know people laugh, but I don't really take the piss out of any particular brand of bike. You know, I don't want to be seen to be doing that. I don't feel the need. Of course, everybody's, they're fans of a certain brand, right? And I quite like Harleys actually, but they're a real. Unless you're a Harley fan and a follower, and say, for instance, a connoisseur of Harley Davidsons, they're quite a hard company to really, how can you put it, decide exactly what they are nowadays and where they're going,
Yeah, they just seem to be floundering, don't they?
They do, mate. They've been struggling, I know that much. And let's be honest with it, over all these years, pretty much the Harley Davidson range has fairly much remained the same. They've got different models and different styles, obviously, but you always recognise a Harley of sorts, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, they have had some quite good two-stroke bikes, even.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier on, actually.
Yeah.
What's this one here?
No, you see some of these bikes, and people come along and go, "What's a Harley Davidson?" You look at it and think, "What?" It just doesn't look like a Harley.
No, that's it.
But they've got to move on, man, because the engines and the stuff they're peddling at the moment, if you're not over 50, you ain't going to be liking it.
No, exactly. How much sort of money is that then? 59 grand for an H2 motor.
Fucking.
What is that? Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
See, I know Bimota over the years, right, produced some strange stuff. They've also produced some fantastic bikes, haven't they? Always been very pricey. But this is a strange one. Sam's just found this one as an H. It says here, first black day Bimota Tessie H2 carbon. Look at the state of that bloody thing. What the hell is that?
It's got weird.
What's that bloody weird?
Bloody front end, doesn't it?
Is that really? How do you work out steering out?
Don't know, mate. I really don't know. It's a sort. I don't even know. What the hell is it?
What I reckon it is it's actually got the central pillar down that twists around, but the actual.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Goes on rails around the front of the bike.
Like a fucking like cantilever type
behind the engine. It's obviously got some sort of rail behind the engine.
Yeah.
That one on the front end.
I can't honestly see why. I just don't see why.
Let's add him in.
It looks as if all the front suspension will be buried away. Because, like, I mean, Suffolk Andy's bike is a strange one, isn't it?
For my bike.
He's watching you.
Oh, no, Suffolk Andy's K1200S is a strange one purely for the fact that it's got a single shock at the front. It's a strange design, but it works, doesn't it, Andy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very well, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'll be on here until I drop out, but I've got back on again.
That's all right. Yeah, it's good to see you again, mate. Yeah.
You must be bored. If you've been at home, you'd just, I've gone, fuck it. I'll go drink beer.
I've actually had no beers at all for the last 3 weeks.
I had a lot.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to have to unplug my car battery charger before it gets damp.
Okay.
Yeah. 200 what?
228.
That's an H2, don't it? Yeah, I don't know. No, the motors have always been very stylish but very expensive for a very select customer. Hub center steering. Oh, fucking, I don't know. Really? 207 kilograms. Goes away with the Kawasaki's conventional fork trellis chassis. Set up for the hub center. It's got hub center steering, Carl.
Oh, right.
And uses a 4-pot. Yeah, uses a 4-pot powerhouse as a stress member, which is what you were saying. It's a stress member for the swing arms, alongside compact aluminium chassis parts. No, that's a strange looking bike. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Yeah, Andy, that's the Bimota version of the H2, Andy.
Okay, yeah. What make is that?
The motor.
Okay. Is that the new one?
That's the latest one. That's the latest Bimota, mate, with the H2 engine. It's producing about 228 brake horsepower.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's going to be powerful then.
Yeah. I mean, Bimota, one of the most famous Bimotas was when they built around a Genesis lump years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, who was that? I see some company are going to make bikes again. I think that's another Indian company. Some Indian company. I see it yesterday. Fucking hell. I thought I'll write that down so I don't forget. But some companies heard of them.
Yeah. Norton are making bikes again, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But this was somebody else.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'll have to find them. I don't know if I'm becoming echoey or not because I've got no earphones. Huh?
No, you're saying all right, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
step
Yeah, no.
evidence, swinging arm. Sounds like a good porno. Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, moist. Andy, we're looking for some dowsing rods to be able to talk to you. We thought we'd lost you. Welcome back, mate. So says Moist.
Right.
A stress member and swinging arm sounds like a good porno. Fuck you, mate.
Well,
Yeah,
all
I'm not sure if Moise is talking about Harley or
Hang on,
Torque. They make pretty good bikes for a t-shirt company.
yeah.
Tell you what.
Look at that. It's an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, so it might be, but it's a fucking Ural combination. A brand new Ural combination. Can you believe that? What's that noise?
That might be me.
I'll tell you what, if I had an air rifle, I'd quickly shoot it.
Oh, is it Ara, is it?
Parrot, yeah. Get his parrot on a fucking perch.
Yeah. He has a fucking parrot. Oh,
What do you make of that, Gordon?
fucking hell.
Yeah, them Urals ain't cheap, are they? They're about 13, 14 grand, the new ones.
No, mate, it's what's it? They're just looking now, so they're fucking bird. Right.
Pretty Polly.
Pretty Polly. Shut up, wherever you are, dumbass.
Who's a pretty boy then?
16,240
How much?
16,000.
16,500 quid for that new Ural.
Yeah, I'll rush out and buy one then.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll part the Enfield for one.
I think I'll buy 3 or 4, I think, so I feel good for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy, 16,500 quid. Here we go. Look.
I ain't seen it.
Oh,
man.
God.
That's nearly as good as a Harley.
Got sidecar. That's horrible.
Yeah, but you've said to me you'd love to be on a sidecar, haven't you?
Oh, what the fuck?
You did. You said you'd love to be Olive. You'd love to be Olive in a sidecar.
No.
I reckon she'd look good. I reckon Stitch would look good in a sidecar, actually.
Yeah, leather hat on, goggles, and the fur from her face.
She look good.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, them little hat things you put on, you know, leather hats with them goggles.
Yeah, the goggles.
No.
Sam, take a week, you got a sex change quick.
Stitch has had a sex change.
No, Wiggy.
Oh, Wiggy. Oh, he's had.
I don't know.
He's had plenty of them, mate. Sex changes.
Changes of sex, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the times, Andy. You know what? You know what Robin's like with his fucking picnic areas, mate. We keep chopping and changing.
Yeah, I've got a dog in sight just over here, mate. There's a picnic area, and one over here. They were dogging up here the other night when I was here. Two blokes and a woman. We're having a fucking little old bash over there. Yeah.
Slam it away. Yeah. A couple of brothers and a mother.
Over that, she was gobbling away, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, without photographic evidence or video evidence, I think you're lying, mate.
Right.
I can hear him.
Young Master said, "Good day, Stitch. Good day, Stitch. Good day, fucking Stitch. Good day."
Evening, mice.
That wasn't a dogging session, that was a roast.
I thought I need to book it off then. No, it just gone dark.
Turn me light off in my car, look.
He's having his own dogging session.
Cool.
Let's start your engine, Andy, before the battery goes flat.
Yeah.
How many people are watching this fucking extravaganza?
1.
What?
1 million. Sorry. I missed a few zeros off.
3. You got 3 on there. 3 people. There's the fucking right. There's a population of the UK and the rest of the fucking world. We got 3 people. Really? Seriously? You take the piss. What are we doing on here then?
It's a bunch of boring bastards.
Oh, I know. Oh. Yeah, seriously though, we're looking forward to good times in the near future. Hopefully, fucking riding on the bike, slamming women around the kitchens.
I've got to take my old bike to Cox's as soon as I can, get it MOT'd so I can get it back on the road.
Yeah, I know.
I might phone him up tomorrow when I get home tomorrow morning sometime. I'll phone him up, see if I can book it in.
Just give Eddie a call, mate. Just give Eddie a call. He'll be able to fit it in. He'll probably fit it in for you Saturday morning if you're about.
Yeah. I usually take it to him anyway. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, because he is, ain't he? Yeah. Just ask his Mrs. Zoe to fucking make a nice little cover, and you'll get ravaged. They got 2 dogs now. They got a couple of midget dogs.
Are they?
Tiny they are, yeah, like a couple of little fucking rabbits.
The guy I use for the MOT is actually MOT'd a second-hand bike for me from a photograph.
Yeah.
Oh, good egg.
Yeah, because they have to lift the bloody bikes up now, don't they? On these bloody ABBA stands and that, don't they?
Yeah, you say that. You say that, but I remember when you see 80, right? Saturday, you ask him because 80 bought the ABBA Skylift, right?
Yeah, can't lift my bike.
And you ask him, hey, what?
He can't lift my bike. You can't put it on that stand. It's one of the only bikes you can't. The BMW K1200S can't be ABBA standard.
Oh, well, you got the right. You ain't got the right adapter, the brackets for the string arm.
There's where you have to go both sides on an ABBA stand. On my bike, there's only one side. There's not. You can't put it on the other side.
Yeah, because the way they lift up is only where you got your axle pivot for your swing arm. That's where they go in with the adapters, isn't it? You know, you need both sides. Yes, please. Yeah.
Because when he MOT'd my bike last time, he couldn't lift it, so he had to say, "I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. There's nothing I can do about it."
Yeah.
So he done it that way. So he'll probably do it that way again, I reckon. There's no way to lift it.
Yeah, well, AD had when it came to the new rulings with the MOT, AD had gone out and bought all this kit, the Skylift, with it. He bought a proper service kit with all the adapters for all the models. And then they turned around to him and said he couldn't fucking use it for the MOTs. You know?
Why?
I don't know. You'll have to speak to AD about that. But he told me all about it last time I see him. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if he uses it now. I don't know if he's got around it somehow. But they, of course, when they sometimes do the MOTs, they have the MOT main inspector that come down and watch him do the MOTs on the bikes. You know?
Yeah.
And but I don't take my bikes anywhere else. I used to, before I started using 80 a couple of 3 or 4 years ago, I was regularly using the guys that are now moving to Felixstowe Road again, which is Davy Brothers.
All right.
Yeah,
I used to go to Cobdock, you know, down the Cobdock Road there.
Yeah.
Gary. Yeah. That's close enough. But I've been going to Cox's for the last couple of 3 years actually.
Yeah.
Ain't far from mine.
He's good old boy 80, and to be fair, he does a hell of a lot for the crew. He does most of the bikes for the shucks as well, the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he keeps himself busy, mate. You know, in these times. Yeah, he's done quite well, really. You know. Kenny, where'd you take your bikes? You go to Cox's,
normally.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Normally. But when I had the Honda from Washbrook, when Peter was down there, I used to take down and see Pete at Washbrook.
Yeah.
So the last time we took it out of Washbrook, I'd have the headstock bearings replaced and re-greased because they hadn't seized up. They got the grease had gone off due to lack of use.
I'm trying to think now. Dominic, who works up the road from you, Kingdom Motorcycles. I can't remember. Does he do MOTs?
Yeah,
he does.
He done mine the year before last when I had After he rebuilt the engine and that for me, because
right.
the back gasket, base gasket had blown on the back. If I'd have known that gasket had blown, I wouldn't have bothered getting it.
No.
But it weren't until I got it home and then stood it on my concrete forecourt and went out to it Sunday morning, because the sun was nice, but the wind was cold. And I thought, hang on, what's this bloody puddle on the floor?
Yeah.
I took the cover off and there was a big puddle on the back of the crankcase below the. Thought, oh, shit.
Tell you what, he posted up the other day, had a right old bike come in there. I know you get some rare motorcycles in that shop, Dominic. Fucking hell did he have going there the other day? I think. I know he had an RD 500 LC going, didn't he? He do get some rare bikes going there because he rebuilt them himself, didn't he? Dominic?
Yeah, well, last time I went to see him, he had a 1200 VMAX sitting outside with no tank on it.
That's funny. I was looking at those last night on fucking eBay about 2 o'clock this morning. VMAXs. I was going I probably looked at about 300 bikes on eBay last night, just for the hell of it. Fucking Blackbirds, SNRs, Fire Buters.
That'll teach you to come around here for a cup of tea, won't it?
Yeah, no, mate. No, I didn't. I literally, I mean, Sam went to bed now. I didn't go to bed till fucking nearly 3 o'clock.
I didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock.
Quite regular as well recently.
Yeah. No. I don't know about you, lads. You start getting in you sort of start looking at things on Marketplace and Gumtree and eBay and that. You can spend absolutely hours just flicking through a lot of them, can't you?
Yeah.
Sit there and think, Jesus Christ, where the hell has the time gone, you know?
In fact, you give me an idea now. I might look at some bikes tonight, later on in the morning, because I'm here till up past 6. So give me something to do. I'll get fed up with watching bloody YouTube and.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's what me and because I work with Richard Sherman. That if we got any downtime at night, normally both of us will be flicking through eBay and places like that, with the bikes and bike parts and stuff. I started looking at some more drum kits as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see your inquiry with the guitar people. Do you do drum kits?
Yeah, no, it's the local bloke. It used to be Whitmore's down Norwich Road, and I used to know Neville Whitmore, but it's been taken over. It used to be East End Bargains, which is now West End Music down Norwich Road. And I was just asking whether he actually did the particular drums that I used to play, which were Premier APK and XPKs. And I asked him, I asked for a Premier kit, and initially. He don't initially sell them, I thought it'd be quite local, but they're always, it's always sort of knocking around somewhere. And I was just looking through. Yeah, I know.
What happened to that little shop opposite Gardener's Inc? Because they used to do music kits, didn't they?
Who's that? What? Jack Wright? Jack, what's his name? Fucking.
On Bishop's Hill, opposite the Gardener's Arms.
He closed down, mate. He closed down. That was Jack White Organs, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Jack White Music. Well, we lost all the music shops in town, mate. To be honest, the only apart from East End or West End Music now, we used to have Axe Music in Ipswich. We used to have the old boy who had the music shop down by the Suffolk College, the old Scottish boy. And there used to be another shop on the corner of Bradford. Was it London Road? Bradford Road, of course. No, I can't remember. Anyway, so that's band stuff, But there's not many places you can buy musical instruments and drums, especially around here. So you have to go to Colchester, that sort of thing. We've got fantastic music shops in Colchester. Really have. But yeah, I'll see, mate. I'd love to revive some drum career, and I'll speak to I'm on the Ipswich music sites with all the past musicians and bands and rock bands that are playing now. It's quite an entertaining sight, and of course, loads of memories going up from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you name it, all there, all the old names.
Yeah, just imagine you getting on the park and ride out of Colchester town centre with a full drum kit.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, in Colchester, the funny, the two main music shops are right on the high street, so you had nowhere to park. That was fucking something about it, you know. But more to the point, I'd rather be riding a motorcycle at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did ride one on Saturday, didn't I? I rid the ZZR up the road and back, mate. Just up my road and back.
I suppose it felt quite archaic to you, Andy, compared to your Beamer now.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Are you definitely have you made your mind up, man? Are you going to sell one, two, or just?
My missus, when I told her, she got a bit funny about it. She said, "Well, that's my link to bike," and I said, "But you haven't been on a bike for about 8 years." I said, "You're waiting for a fucking hip replacement." I said, "You know, if that weren't for this COVID, you'd have probably had it done." I said, "Your fucking health is fucking shite." I said, "And you're thinking about getting on a bike?" I said, "That's never going to happen, girl." And she's like, "Oh, I'd like to think I could," and all this sort of stuff. When I get my hip done, I'll be able to get back on, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, mate.
I don't know, mate. Well, to be honest with you, she's just as welcome to get back on the back of a 1300S as she is on the back of a ZZR12. To be fair.
But she just reckons she's never been on the BMW, but she's been on the ZZR loads of times. She's been all over Europe, but she just says it's a comfortable bike for her on the back.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know, mate. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, Amy's been on both. Amy's been on them both. And Amy will tell you that she likes the ZZR at the back better than she does the Beamer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's done a few miles on the back of that bike, don't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know, Andy. That's hard to want to say. I mean, I suppose your missus is not there. She's not watching, so you take your pick, mate. You know.
Well, how do you feel?
The point is, my BMW is still a nice looking bike, and that still goes like shit, and that's a good bike to ride. So all I'm going to get, if I sell it and buy the 1300, the only difference I'm going to get is 100 cc more power. That's nothing, and traction control. That's the only difference between the two bikes.
Yeah, I know. But saying that, that's something you said you wanted.
Yeah. I know, but I don't know. I still like getting on the one I've got. I still like both my bikes. I'm a little bit funny, really, because I'm one of these people who don't sell my bikes very often. You know what I mean? I keep them for years.
Yeah, I know, Andy. Well, Dobby's, see what Dobby's comment is down the bottom.
I can't see it.
I'll get rid of the Beamer.
Dobby's just said, yeah, keep the ZZR and get rid of the Beamer.
He's seen the Beamer, has he? Has he seen the Beamer?
I think he has, really. Must have done.
Yeah, he must have done. He came up the walkers, didn't he? When you went to Yarmouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moister's done it. He not on the head, mate.
It's spot on, mate.
Yeah, spot on. Get in the sidecar.
That's you sorted, Eddie.
Now he's taking the piss, mate. He's taking the piss.
No,
You're the
sidecar. Well, you probably get a sidecar for your Beamer. Get a sidecar for the Beamer.
Oh my
and then
God.
You can bring your missus along to the meets and everything, mate. It'd be great.
Yeah. Trouble is, every right-hand bend, my car will be up a tick.
Yeah. I suppose at least you could keep your flask warm between her legs on the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to.
Yeah.
Keep it steady. I don't know, mate. I know. The days of sidecars have long gone, are they? Really?
Yeah. Wicker picnic basket on the back.
There are 60s things, didn't they? 50s and 60s when people couldn't afford cars. They had sidecars, didn't they?
I know, mate. I still think it's a fantastic idea.
Big golf. Big golf umbrella.
I'd love to see you pull it up with the missus in the sidecar. And I wouldn't take piss. I wouldn't.
Kenny, be honest. Right? Could you imagine Right? Over. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
In a sidecar.
Yeah.
Nah.
With the
Definitely.
goggles on.
Nah.
Yeah.
If that's got 3 wheels on it, she'd be behind the handlebars.
Yeah.
You'd be in the chair, and Sam would be driving it.
You don't see her as a potential Olive.
Yeah, I do.
You put some handlebars on the sidecar, and she just go boom, 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 boom.
Get one of them little cork helmets I used to have in the 50s. Them little cork ones.
Cork helmet and some goggles. She looked good.
Yeah, the old pith helmet.
Goggles, flying goggles.
Long white silk scarf flowing in the wind.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like Penelope pit stop. Yeah, give it some behind.
Plenty of
You could
starch in
always
it, so it don't get wrapped around the wheel.
You could always do that scene when you go round the corner and the sidecar goes down one road and you go the other. Couldn't you?
That'd be fun.
Do an ollie.
Yeah. So,
Wiggy, you're going to be.
Wiggy, you're getting a Ural as well, are you?
Wiggy's going to be in the shed later. You watch.
I reckon so.
The good thing about a Ural, though, it's actually it's wheel drive. You get drive on the sidecar wheel as well, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. I'll tell you what, I think that'd be great. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's go for a little run through the countryside. Yeah, a little run through the countryside. Right, all you got to do is pick up your bag, your little pom-pom hat, right? Up in the fucking side, little door, right? Right, little old bag down between your legs.
Yeah. And you can be the perfect gentleman. You can be the perfect gentleman. You get off the bike, open the door for her, and she can step out.
Yeah. Do you know what? She said, you will do it the other way around. You can fucking I would. I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Fucking right. I'll give a
I'll tell you what, Wiggy, if you think about it as well, mate, you'll be able to enter all the sidecar races at Snetterton.
I'll tell you what, mate, fantastic.
Go for that. Yeah.
Yeah, sidecar racing, right?
Snetterton.
Right? I could use me chopper as an anchor as we go around the corners.
Yeah, wishful thinking there, I think.
Don't spit that coffee out. So when did Weggy and Sam become George and Mildred? Fucking spot on, mate. Oh, brilliant, mate. I don't know what was better. I think George and Mildred and obviously Olive and fucking whatever his name was on other buses.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Such language from a lady.
I know.
Oh.
I don't know who Cole's talking about. Is he talking about you? Yeah, no.
Never profess to be anything you're not.
No. Are you Olive?
I'm like that.
More like Popeye. You're probably Olive.
Yeah. Well, you see the smiles. The smiles are just fucking bouncing off them. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
What a fantastic evening it's not been.
Yeah. To you.
No, it's been a good night, mate. It's been a good night, Carl. Thank you very much for hosting the game.
Yeah, well, shall we ask Julie? What? You're going to get in the sidecar with me?
Fuck off.
It's only £16 for €1. It's got a
He's
sidecar.
brilliant. Yeah, sidecar.
It comes with a sidecar with headlights on the front as well, and you can get and you come and meet these lovely people.
I'll go in my car, thanks.
Did anyone else see that video? Did anyone else see that video on Facebook the other day? Bloke sitting in a sidecar. I think that's a German or a Russian jobby, but all the controls were in the sidecar.
Yeah. Yeah, superb.
float. We sort of took it out for a test drive around the village.
To be honest with you, though, Kenny, depending on what sort of woman you got, most of the controls are in the fucking sidecar anyway.
So,
so out of all us lot, who's actually ever been a passenger in a sidecar? Because I haven't. I've never been in.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, Euro 650. Euro 650 red one back in about 1986, 87 time. Keep going around the electric house. You keep keep driving around the electric house.
I might have been when I was crawling around in nappies because the old man had a 650 Norton with a Watsonian on the side.
Yeah, mine was a flying squirrel and ended up in a field.
Really?
The first, I remember the first car he got was a Rover 80.
Who's that?
My old chap with suicide gull wing doors on the front. Suicide doors open from the pillar on the front.
He's in his car in a field watching people dogging.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the truth.
He's in cell block H and the power's gone off.
Let's put it this way, I'm being paid to sit here on a fucking hangout and I'm being paid very well to sit here.
Yeah. Every hour or so he has to go off and watch the doggers and he comes back again.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
True.
What's that?
True.
Oh,
Yeah. True. I don't know. Hang on a minute. Hang on. This might give you some idea. Just a sec.
Where the fuck is he going?
There he is. Oh, look. There's a gate. That's where the doggers hanging out.
Come on, Andy, tell the truth. You're outside fucking Carl's garage.
That's where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in Coventry outside Carl's garage. That's where you are.
And I'm here till 6 tomorrow morning.
Really?
No, this morning, mate.
Yeah, this morning. Oh, is that this morning? Yeah, I'm here till up.
2 minutes past yesterday.
Yeah.
So you get paid just to sit there, Eddie?
All night, mate, yeah.
Look at all you went. What?
Every hour, I'd probably drive my car to the bottom of the site, take a photograph and send it, then come back and park here and wait another hour.
So what do you have to take a photo of, and what for?
Just to show them that I'm here.
Really?
Yeah.
What is your security guard for the traffic lights or something, or what?
No. What it is, I'm down, you know, Claydon?
Yeah.
You know where all the lakes are?
Yeah.
Just past Claydon?
Yeah.
I'm down there, and this is a fucking great site here, and it's full of plant, and they've been broken into H&A.
Really? So you're just security down there?
Well, not really, because, you know, my job's traffic management. That's not fucking doing this. But they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I said, well, I'll do it for a few days. And I've done it for 9 days solid. And then I said, I won't do it anymore. And I didn't do it for 2 weeks. They want me back again. They want me back till bloody Sunday. And I said, no, I'll do, because I've only done 2 days on the road this week. So they want me here for 5 days. And I said, no, I'll do 3, but that'll be me lot. So they got to get somebody else now.
Jesus Christ.
It's just make it look like there's somebody there so they don't nick the stuff.
Why the fucking I thought this? We're talking about moving forward, right?
The job for you Saturday and Sunday night.
And Andy has got a club that needs open. Andy's got a club that needs open.
Fuck off, you!
Andy, when you're looking, what are you do? We've got these, this now road map. So fucking Boris Boxy Johnson has spoken about. What's the outlook for the club, mate? What are we looking at?
Not to the very last. Is that the 21st or something?
21st of June.
June, yeah, that'd be because we've got no beer garden, so we can't open. That wouldn't be viable anyway.
No.
So we'll be like everybody else. We've got several months to go as yet.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's going to happen?
I don't believe a word they fucking say, mate. If you look back at everything they've said, everything they've promised, they've gone back on. So I don't believe anything. You've got to remember, we're in a reset, and this is the reset. They don't want you to do what you was doing before, boy.
Well, you won't be, will you?
No.
You won't be. You won't be, mate. Because I've only got to turn it slightly, mate, and you'll be going backwards again.
Yeah, I don't believe anything they say. And there's so many people out there who are frightened of life because they're hiding under their bed all the time. They're not going to change. They just want more lockdowns and stay at home. That's all they want.
That's what we've spoken about, mate. You know, when I've spoken to other people, obviously, in the bike fraternity, and that's all well and good, having the ideas that you can put the shows and the bigger shows and this and that together. And, you know, obviously the planning's there, but what you've got to take into thought is the fact you've still got to have a lot of people there who are going to be extremely, because of the way it's been conditioned and what's been happening over the last few months, they are going to be extremely, what's the word? Wary. That's in the simplest terms. They're going to be extremely wary of doing things in a normal fashion that they did last year or the year before, sorry. You know, you're right, mate. You're right, mate. I can see. It's like I spoke to my mother and my stepfather. I mean, they're nearly 80 between them, and they haven't been out for months, and they're normally out and about doing all sorts of stuff. And I said, how do you feel about sort of, you know, if you see she's missed the family, she's missed the grandkids and all that sort of stuff for months. And I said, how do you feel? She said, I don't know how I feel now. She said, I feel. As much as I moan about actually being kept inside, she said, I feel that's the only place safe. You know, that's the same way a lot of people.
You'll find a lot of people who will get into so used to this life that we've had for this year, they won't ever go back to their normal life. They will just, and the thing they will realise as well, that they're not spending any money over as such. And they will get so institutionalised, whatever they call it. That's the word I can't say.
Institutionalised.
Yeah. They're going to get like that, and they're never going to come out. And they're going to stay as they are. Boring fuckers, locked up in their house with 2 masks on, worrying they're going to get infection up their arse, mate. It's as easy as that.
I don't really know. I don't really fucking know, mate. I really don't, mate. I mean, all we can do, I mean, obviously, you've got to be looking forward. We've spoken about it, Andy. It's just to see, and the truths of how we move forward will slowly show themselves, won't they? You know, in the next few months.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I don't believe that fucking potato with a fucking blonde wig for 1 fucking minute, mate. I don't believe that fucking potato in a wig fucking says. He ain't got no balls for a start. And his missus is in the fucking country. That ain't him. She tells him what to do. Little lefty fucker she is. So, yeah, don't get me going. Don't get me going.
Right. Listen, do you know what the funniest thing is about this COVID shit? I don't know if you all know, right? Within this household, there's four people, right? There's myself, there's Sam, right? Sam's son, Harley, and his girlfriend, Jazz. Right?
Sorry, Wig, I'm laughing. It's fucking comment.
No, that's good. That's spot on. Now, right, Sam is the most vulnerable one by far. And you know what? She's the only one in the household that didn't get fucking COVID. And she was, she's the only one that didn't get it. And she's the one who has to fucking isolate because of your problems and your illnesses. And I had it, Harley had it, and Jazz had it. Yeah. And it's not a very nice thing to be told you're COVID positive. Trust me. You know, it's certainly quite worrying because especially as you're older, you know, you don't really know which way it's going to go.
I think a lot of people had COVID at the start of the year and didn't even know they had it.
Well, it's like fucking. Do you know what?
A lot of people at the start.
I had a couple of 3 days.
Well, last year, I should say.
Yeah, I had a couple of 3 days when I felt rough, didn't I? Right? And I felt rough because I had the COVID test the week before was negative. Had a COVID test a week after, and I was positive. Yeah, and I felt a bit rough for a couple of 3 days. I lost my taste and smell. You know, but over a period of about a week, I was back to feeling normal. I'll tell you what, I was nowhere near as bad as I was back in January, February last year. Nowhere fucking near that. You know?
I had that jab 2 weeks ago. I had my first jab, 2 weeks ago now. 2.5 weeks ago, I had my missus had her jab today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Did you suffer a bit? You suffer the old stiff arm and all that. You feel a bit groggy for a day or two.
My arm is still sore now. That's been 2.5 weeks, mate. Yeah.
Really?
That's the fucking Viagra's wearing off.
I felt like I had a hangover only for a day. I felt like I had a mega hangover.
What you didn't know, Andy, you're allergic to Viagra.
I don't need
That's
that,
what I
mate.
said.
I'm shooting on all channels, mate. Don't you worry about that.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to Kenny. It's like there's so many people are having the injection and coming away complaining that they're stiff. That must be Viagra fucking jabs instead of the COVID.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, I said to Kenny, so you better be careful, mate. I'll be poking fucking holes in the ceiling. Right.
I'm still 50-50, mate.
50-50.
Yeah. Whether two or not. Whether two or not.
No, mate. To be honest with you, that's down to you, mate. Personally, mate, I would say go ahead and get it done.
Yeah, get it done. Yeah, get it done. Get it done.
Too much. I like to know what shit they're going to shove into me. I've never had a flu jab and I've never had the flu. I suffer with colds 24/7, 365. So.
Well, I never had a flu jab until this year, did I, Kenny? You know that.
Well, there you go. That's why you had the shit. That's why you had the shitty. All I had injection wise was the pneumonia one before Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. The arm was a bit back because
they won't obviously force you. They won't force you to have the injection. But what I think they'll fucking do, depending on how things pan out and how much how much we move forward, I think they will, in some fashion, in some establishments. They will require you to have been fucking inoculated, vaccinated.
That's like my missus said. She said, well, what happens if we go to the fucking pub or go away for a fucking breakfast or a meal or anything? I said, I'll sit outside and send you in to get it.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't suffer from any underlying health problems that and you don't want to have it, that's fine. But I'm going to because I'm diabetic and asthmatic.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The missus has had hers anyway, so we're just waiting on her second one now.
Okay.
But really?
Yeah. My one's in April. I've got a second one. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're about 25 years older than me, Andy. So I mean, I'm going to probably get mine. I'll probably get mine about fucking March. Oh, no, mine be April, May, won't it?
But they're down into the 50s now. They're doing the 50s, aren't they? Because my missus is 57, and she got hers today.
I'm 50, I still haven't been invited.
No, me. I'm 16.
I'm surprised.
I'll get Carl's address and I'll send the NHS letters up to you next time I get some through. And then I'll rephrase the text messages from the doctors to come to Carl's.
So, mind you, there is a letter just waiting from the NHS, so that could be it.
Yeah, well, I get.
How do they contact you anyway? They contact you via email or text message or something?
I get an email from the doctors and I get a letter from the NHS in Bristol.
All right. Well, Sam just said to me she was given a phone call. She was
right.
I got.
Yeah, I've had phone calls. I had a phone call from the nurse at her surgery. Have you thought any more about your C jab? And I went, well, I'm not particularly interested in a minute. So, because I want to know what the outcome's going to be. If I'm 95% immune system is stronger than what the fucking shit is, I don't need the jab, do I? And she said, well, it's one of them things you're going to have to, if you want to do anything or go anywhere, you're going to have to need that bloody passport.
Yeah, Kenny.
I can't afford to go anywhere, so
Kenny,
why do I need a passport?
Kenny, two things, mate. You're immune to the flu. COVID is more akin to the cold than the flu.
Right.
And you suffer from colds.
The common cold is a coronavirus.
Yeah.
And COVID is as well.
And COVID is a coronavirus. They're of the same family.
Yeah, well,
The flu
I was 14 when I got pneumonia. I've always suffered with colds and snotty nose and bunged up head.
Which means you're probably more
susceptible to
COVID than you are the flu.
Well, I shouldn't even be here then, because I'm in my 70s.
You should go and Kenny. You should go and get it done, mate. I would.
I would if I were you.
Yeah, well,
yeah, the risk at your age.
I agree, mate. I agree. To be honest with you.
Around the knot, mate.
Yeah.
When it comes to things I don't really understand, I'm a bit stubborn.
No, of course not, lovely.
I don't like being pushed. The more people push, the more I back off.
You're a daft bugger.
I know.
Old man bladder.
Hey, Stitch, are you giving him a fucking back massage or what?
She's got a strap of dick
That's
to me
one
on.
hand. Where's the other one? That's only one. You've got two. No, you can't. You just swapped hands. Put them both up. Please. Not you, Weggy. Sam. She's lost it. She's gone. Whoopee. Hang on. Where's Carl gone? Gone to get a melon?
He's gone for a wee. He's got an old man bladder because he's 60.
I think that's something to do with his army days.
I reckon, Weggy. I reckon in the next month you'll get a letter because they're right into the 50s now, top of the 50s. And you got to remember, Suffolk is out of all these. England's doing better than anywhere in the world, basically, but Suffolk is actually doing better than anywhere in England. They're doing it so well.
I heard that on the fucking radio earlier on.
Yeah,
it seemed to be flying through. Although, to be honest with you, we're quite a way into it now. I think it's how many million now we've had it done in this country. I think it's something like about 15 million. Would I be right in saying about it? To be honest with you, it's enough history with it now. You're hearing about the mild complaints of arm and fucking stiffness and all that bollocks. I don't think it's too much to worry about, mate. And if that's the way we move forward, it's the way we move forward. As soon as I hear about the injection, that there's a possibility, I'll go for it. I'll go and get it. I think it's the Pfizer's the one that irritates you less, don't it?
Yeah. The AstraZeneca is the one that gives you a stiff arm and
headache. Yeah, that's the one I had. The
AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
You had the Pfizer one, which you had a stiff arm, right? But you didn't suffer anything else, did you? Whereas other people who've had the Oxford, the AstraZeneca one, they've had like fucking flu-like symptoms for a couple of days. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I suppose it's all down to. Yeah, it's not. Yes, it's obviously it's about protecting other people. Yeah, obviously. At the end of the day, I don't fucking know. I could argue the fucking toss about this shit, left, right, and centre. No, I know. These two, the other two in the household, by the way, were asymptomatic. They had no symptoms at all when they had COVID. Right,
you bastards.
And I had it, and you know, I thought, fuck. I'll tell you what. Because you received your reply saying you were negative on the same fucking day, I was positive, and I was quite pissed about it, wasn't I? To be honest. Not in a horrible way. To be honest with you, it's not the fucking nicest thing to hear. And I felt fucking the next morning. I felt fucking depressed about it. To be honest, yeah. I laid in bed not knowing what the fuck was going to happen. You know, I really didn't. You know, I suppose my breathing got a bit tight, didn't it, for a while? You know. Despite all that, though, Sam, she's had regular tests, and you're the one who's suspected, mostly. You know, and she's not had nothing at all. She's been negative all the way. And she's the one who had to isolate for fucking 3 months, didn't you? And they still want you to isolate.
Yeah?
Yeah. And she's the only one in the household, Andy, that's not had it.
Oh, yeah.
Me is the same. She's had the jab, but she's not allowed out really to socialise until the end of March.
Sam's got COPD and she's got asthma, right? And you've got other bits and pieces. Same as me. Yeah. There's fucking medication in the I mean, you just like a fucking wheelbarrow load of medication in that cupboard, isn't there? Yeah.
Well, that's why you need a sidecar. If you had a sidecar, you could put all her medicine in it when you go away together.
Yeah. Some of these sidecars have actually got a boot in them. You've got the spare wheel on top, a boot on your back.
So you imagine the money I could fucking make. The money I could make. I could give up my job in haulage, right, and become a fucking window cleaner. Yeah.
What?
Sidecar, have a trailer on the back with a fucking ladders.
Yeah, ladders on the sidecar, it'd be brilliant.
You're not allowed ladders anymore, Weggy. Weggy, you're not allowed ladders anymore.
What?
You're not allowed ladders anymore. You've got to have a long 15-metre pole. You put the fucking...
That's true, mate.
Stand on the floor with your pole, with your hose pipe. Go onto your little pump in your back of your van.
Do you prefer a ladder or a big pole?
If you're talking about tights.
Do you want ladders in the tights now?
No. Ladders in your tights?
You definitely want a big pole.
She don't wear tights, she only wears stockings. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You still don't want a ladder in your stockings either, do you?
No, because I see me face. Anyway. No, seriously, Kenny, mate, I'd actually seriously say to you, it's not peer pressure, mate, but I'd say just go ahead and get it fucking done. Say bollocks. You know, they actually give you a guarantee on the box you'll live for another 25 years, mate. So think about that, right?
But they don't guarantee it's going to fucking work. That's not 100%.
Yeah, but neither's the flu jab. Neither's the measles. Neither's the MMR for children. Neither's the diphtheria or the polio. It is 90. They're just between 95 and 99% effective. If you do have the jab and you do get one of the illnesses, you don't get it as bad generally.
Well, I like that. The thing I don't like is the disclaimer they've put on the box. We are not responsible for any conditions that you get. I think, hang on.
They put that on all vaccines.
Baby and have the fucking jab.
Hey, right, no, speak to those you're speaking to me. Go on, tell it.
Stop being such a fucking baby, Kenny, and just have the fucking jab.
Yeah.
Jesus
Christ.
She's fucking stormed off. She stormed off.
Right. Just the jab. We'd rather see you on here instead of in a coffin. All right.
For 5 minutes, okay? If you're still on, come back. I'll come back on, okay?
Yeah, you're going to check on the doggers, mate, are you?
I've got the chickens and the doggers, okay?
Doggers.
Oh,
mate, see you in a bit.
I'll be back in a minute.
Hello, yeah.
Okay, mate. So I need to gone off dogging then. Okay.
Well, I didn't expect that, Kenny. You've just been fucking raped, mate. Raped. And she's gone.
Ain't you lucky?
She's gone in the kitchen there. I don't know what she's doing in the kitchen. You dressed?
Yeah.
She's going to get a load of ice cubes out of the fridge.
Kenny's just taking it from behind with a strap dick to me.
We'll get a load of ice cubes out of the fridge and chuck them down your cacks.
Yeah.
Calm you down a little bit. You're getting overexcited.
Yeah, Bobby says even condoms. Yeah, we know about condoms not being 100%.
Yeah, exactly. It's Andy's turn up the hole. We'll be back later. Excellent. Well, you know. No, it's true. Nothing's ever 100%. That's when I had my first flu jab this year. And that was quite sterile in the way it was delivered. And all they said to me was, if you can please hang around for 10 minutes around the surgery, just to make sure you don't have any, after effects. And that was it.
Yeah, hang around 10 minutes just to make sure you don't die. So, no.
Last year, in October, when I had my flu jab, we were in a line 2 meters apart. Literally walked down the corridor. She jabbed her arm when we went out the back door of the surgery. That was it.
That's it. That's all it is, isn't it? To be honest, I mean, it's quite most surgeries are friendly places. You can sort of go and chat to people and all that sort of stuff. This is as clinical as it comes, isn't it? You know, really is. You know, you go in, you don't speak to anybody. I mean, even nurses don't want to talk to you. And actually told me, so you can't sit down. She said, if you can just stand up. She said, 2 seconds. Boom, straighten your arm. Well, you can go now. She said, but if you just hang around the back for 10 minutes, yeah. And then if you're still alive, you can get in the car and drive off.
My friend is a traffic warden, and of course she's frontline, and she's been helping in the COVID testing centres.
Dogs want to go out.
And she said she's had her COVID jab, and she said she didn't even feel it.
No. I was just reading Mises said the only 100% with the jab is that you don't have it. 100% 100% won't
for you,
I mean, 100% it won't work for you. I mean, to be honest with you, of course, there was all, everybody's had their thoughts about the whole COVID situation since day one. There's been all sorts of accusations. We're all been frustrated, all been pissed off. And of course, we're on our own frames of mind of how you want to perceive everything that's been going on. Right. But at the end of the day, I understand the jab thing because, people were saying, oh, you watch the next stage, we'll all be jabbed and all this, that, and the other. Right. But the simple fact of the matter is, I think for me, I've lightened up a little bit about it. And I had become more open-minded. The simple fact of the matter is, for me, the only way forward now is to have this jab like I had my first flu jab, and I won't have no problem with as soon as I receive the message to say, can you arrange to, obviously have it, and I will. I've got no problem with it whatsoever, Kenny. Certainly not. I might end up with a stiffy for a couple of days, but maze.
Yeah, I think we'll go for the Pfizer one, and then we can have a jolly good time, can't we, afterwards?
Well,
excuse me?
I need to go over the Pfizer stuff.
Well, the little blue tablets for Carl.
I need my blue lozenge.
But surely you have a hard on for 4 hours then.
Fucking hell.
I'm too old for 4 hours. I can't keep it going for 4 hours.
I'll just have to masticate.
Bit of wishful thinking going on there, I think.
Imagine a 4 hour stiff. I'll tell you what, you have a stiff for more than an hour. Fucking hell. It really does. 2 hours, right? The old man over injected himself once. He had a stiff for about 23 hours. Man, he was suicidal. Right, when he started losing the power, when he lost the power, the old man got quite down about it. So they said, we're not going to give you Viagra, we're going to give you an injection. We had to inject himself. And the old man, being a typical old man, didn't read how much he was supposed to inject himself with. Took half the fucking bottle, right, shoved it into his nuts, right? And he had a boner for 23 hours. No woman. The woman she'd on holiday. So why do it in the first place? Huh? What do you do with a stiff for 23 hours? What were you doing?
Sit in a cold bath.
Man, you gotta shut that thing in some door. You know. There's some fucking bells on it. What do you mean bells? Anyway.
All the bells and no whistles.
You know, where we going? Banbury Cross. All right.
Yeah, do Morris dancing.
Anyway, what a fantastic biking evening it's been. Oh dear. The fucking afternoon.
Still fucking hot.
I fancy a smoke. Come have a chat with Julie on here while I'm going to have a fag. Oh, come and have a chat with Julie. Julie's waiting there. She's got a chat. 2 women have a chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a fag. She's there. She's waiting. She's saying, come on, please. Oh, go on. I'll turn your rain then. There you go.
No.
Don't force her. Don't force her.
There you go.
Hello. Right.
Oh, stop being a spaz.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Hello.
You
You been taking the piss out of her all evening?
No. Yes.
No wonder she don't want to see you all. You bunch of wankers.
It's pretty good, son, right, boy? Hi ho!
Hi ho!
Hi
You move the mouse, click on there, and add to stream.
Oh yeah.
And he's back after his wank.
Unmute him. Or does he have to unmute himself?
There we go.
No, look. Oh, they have because they chose to mute themselves. Andy, turn your mic on.
What is it like?
Who the hell's this turban?
That's Wiggy.
Fucking Dick Turban.
Perhaps you should have put Dick Head on there, but everybody's buggered off. Look.
I know, they've all gone for a wee. Got old man bladders.
All right, Gordon. You're right.
Still going strong, mate.
Yeah.
Cup of tea time.
Cup of tea time. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not having a cup of tea actually.
All right, I'm not making it. Not right yet. Oh, looks like there's nobody here then.
There's Gordon.
Well, yeah.
There's the cat.
Oh, and oh, he's got pussy. Andy. Andy. You back?
Yeah. You should be able to hear me now.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Mother?
Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me? Yeah. Yeah.
Pardon?
What? Oh no, it's gone all dark.
It's all gone dark here, mate.
That's not Mick's bedroom. What was it? Oh God.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in your head.
That was my little 5 minutes of work for the hour. That was. Got me about 2 minutes.
Stressful situation then.
Oh, stressful job this one, mate.
Yeah.
Getting a bit warm in the car now.
Yeah.
It's a warm night though, isn't it?
Oh, with all that dogging, mate, you know, you get steamy in there.
We've had poachers here as well because there's some lakes around me and there's some big carp and they come down and try and poach them. So there's been one night down here they were fighting like hell with the bailiffs. They were all over the place, coppers, dogs, you name it, chasing them. Quite fun. And one night I had some doggers down here, 2 blokes and a woman. And then you get some. This place is in the middle of nowhere. There's no way. There's nothing for you to come down here unless you'll come to this yard or go fishing in the lakes. There's nothing here. But sometimes in the middle of the night you'll get a strange car will come down because I'm in a compound, so I'm all locked in. But they will come down, go around this little car park bit here, and then look at you and just drive off again. Really weird.
I got a wee dog. I'm not talking about you, Andy.
No, you don't talk about me, mate. Where's Wiggy gone?
Wiggy? I think he's gone to the loo.
Oh, I think he's gone for a sock.
He's having a massage.
They're not smoking in the house anymore, are they?
No.
He's having a massage.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want your chair back?
No, I'm all right.
I've got my supper here anyway. Big bag of crisps.
Big bag of crisps.
Yeah.
Cheddar and red onion flavoured crisps.
Oh, sounds nice.
I don't know if I want.
You know what? I really fancy a salt and vinegar crisp sandwich.
Oh, lovely. I love me crisps. That's my downfall is crisps. I just love them.
I don't have too many of them because they're carbs.
Is that why your belly's so large, is it?
No, that's beer, mate. That's running the pub and drinking loads of ale.
You can talk.
All my life. I come from a family of beer drinkers. Yeah, I come from a family of beer drinkers. My dad was a big beer drinker. His dad was a big beer drinker. My mum's dad was a big beer drinker. Everybody was a beer drinker. And now I run a pub.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm fine.
Yeah, my old man was a bit of a beer drinker.
But everybody's fucking off.
Okay, he was an alky.
He was an alcoholic.
Oh, my dad weren't. No, my dad weren't one of them, but he used to like his beer, though. My granddad did.
My dad was an alcoholic as well, but he stopped drinking.
Yeah.
And he'd also stopped smoking as well. And before he died, he'd been arrested on the Friday night, and he was in court on the Saturday morning. And he wasn't allowed to come home because he was let out on bail, but he wasn't allowed to come back to the house. And basically he got drunk and started smoking again for the few short hours he was still alive. You know, so one of them.
So drinking and smoking killed him in the end?
Well, yeah, because he walked in front of a train.
Oh, my God, fucking hell.
So, yeah. But it was a long time ago, so, yeah, but he was an alcoholic, but he did do really well to stay off the beer and everything until he was arrested, so, yeah.
So what you're telling me is, did he actually kill himself, or did he just, that was an accident?
Oh, he killed himself.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yes. No. Yeah, I don't know. But
So how old?
It was a long time ago. It was in 1984. Yeah.
So how old? So how old was you at the time?
I was 22.
Okay, just quite young then.
Mm.
Bloody hell. So when he used to drink and that used to affect his behaviour, did it?
I was very young, so I don't really remember much about it. But yeah, because he was my second stepdad, and my first stepdad was a gambler and an alcoholic as well.
You know.
And they were actually friends. And my mum ran off with him. And But she had the good grace to bring us 5 kids along with her. You know?
All right, yeah, good on her.
So yeah, I can remember lots of shouting and arguments and things like that. So yeah.
It's a little bit like meet your new stepdad every 6 months.
Yeah. Well, my mum's had 5 children from 3 different men. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well.
All these single parents that have babies with so many different men, it's not a new thing.
Nah. No, I know loads of women have done that. God. Been out for a fag again, Weggy boy?
Yeah, don't smoke in the house no more.
So yeah, it's all that new decoration. You don't want to bugger it up, do you? Make it all go brown and horrible.
It's all getting there.
Yeah. Well, I show a picture of the skull wallpaper to Amy, and she loved it. Skull Stitch, she loved it. It was really good.
Looks
Yeah.
nice.
She's into skulls. She's a little bit like Stitch. She's into skulls, collect on the bloody things.
Yeah. Tell you what though, Andy.
Is it furry?
Yeah, flock paper.
Yeah.
Flock.
Yes. It normally retails at £75 a roll, doesn't it?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, £75 a roll, and you picked it up for about £15 a roll in a sale. Yeah.
That's good.
That's really good. Yeah.
I'll put it this way, Andy. It's been a few years since I've pasted paper to walls, mate. To be fair, because I'm not a wallpaper fan, to be honest.
No,
this because from my perspective, it tends to ruin a good wall. You know, and a lot of people put wallpaper on good walls. That's all well and good, but anyway, the walls weren't particularly good in here. You know, the house is only 20 years old. That's Anyway, it looks. I did obviously prepare the walls properly, and this wall has come out absolutely fantastic, to be honest. And that's the one wall, the feature wall, and it looks absolutely fantastic. But as you can see, you know, around, it's still work in process. But I mean, it's just got the 3 walls, which is a nice. That's a grey, actually, isn't it? It's a sort of a grey with a tinge of green in it. It's a really nice colour. And
I'm like you. I'm not a fan of wallpaper, but I don't mind it. Like in my house, we've got wallpaper just on one wall in each room, like a feature thing, and that's look right. But I think when you put it all the way round, that's too much.
Yeah, that is, mate. I mean, it's literally this wall here had a sort of fake fireplace. You don't get the chimney breasts in the new houses now, do you?
No.
Whereas the one I had previously had a proper chimney breast, but what I did with that one, there's no wallpaper involved. It's just you had get the colours right, and 2 colours in the recesses, and then the actual main chimney breast was a different colour, so it looked quite nice. And the rest of the room was the same. So in a way, it's very, very, very similar. It's a lovely big room. This wall looks fine with just the one wall wallpaper, and the rest of them is all the same colour, you know.
Yeah.
So it's come out really nice, to be honest. You know, so as I say, it's work in progress, mate.
Most of our rooms need replastering if we just want to paint. We're putting the wallpaper up to keep the bloody plaster on the walls.
Yeah, that's the trouble. See, the other 3 walls had paper on. Completely honest, the previous occupant of the property didn't look after it. It was a brand new house, and they ruined it. So all the wallpaper came off every wall. All right, and then had the sort of had a choice. I did say about getting it skimmed, but you know, then I thought about it and I looked at it and it wasn't too bad. Actually filled up where I could, sanded it down where I could, and made the very best of what we've got. And it's come out quite nice. So you know,
that's what you did with the hall, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the hall in the kitchen.
Yeah,
just filled, sanded.
Yeah. You know, I'd love. Do you know, that's one job I'd love to be able to do. I'd love to be able to plaster and skim properly. You know, because I mean, it looks fantastic stuff. But you can guarantee that somebody afterwards would come along and plonk a load of crap fucking wallpaper all over it. You know, but No, it's nice. And, yeah, pleased with it, isn't it? But yeah, Hallstairs and Landon. Next, we've actually got Kenny's wallpaper stripper.
Hey, get on with that, all right?
Well, I don't know, still in the box.
Have you used it yet?
No, it's still in the box, mate.
Yeah, the wallpaper steamers are really good.
Yeah, that fucking needs to be, mate. No. Yeah, lots of work to do. But it's nice to be able to look at it now. And
No.
the kitchen's looking really good now. Because the nice thing about this house is it's quite a big house, and the kitchen's a lovely size with a kitchen diner. And that's all finished now. And then once we've completed getting the new furniture in, this is the new PC table. The eventuality is we're having a nice big rug because it's got solid floors. Nice big rug on the floor. Three-piece suite. And then I've just got to fit the skirting boards, and that's it. That's done. And the radiators. Sorry, I'm going to prime the radiators and then repaint them. So that's all good. Keep me busy. It's good for me physio anyway.
Yeah.
I certainly push it. I can't. The trouble is with my leg. I can't. I tried to kneel down with it, and I get to about 2 or 3 minutes, mate. And that's me lot. I can't do anything with it. So obviously, that's you know what it'll be. All right. Yeah, it's good. Kept my mind active.
Yeah, give something to do, doesn't it?
It's done, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've been Phil for DRO for the last couple of 2-3 years.
No.
Yeah.
No. The front room needs doing.
Oh my God. Yeah, but I mean,
you didn't do it. It hasn't been done for 20 fucking years.
Really?
I've done the kitchen. I've done the hall. I've done the bathroom.
Tell you what, right? The thing is, you be in your house, you be in your property, right? And I'll tell you what, eventually it comes round to someone, your other half, your missus will say to you, we really should think about decorating. You think, well, I've done it. It's not that many years since I've fucking done it. And then when you say, well, hold on a minute, that was 2007. Really? And you don't think about that. That time's disappeared with absolutely no thought whatsoever.
2001, our living room and dining room were last done because that's when I started working at school.
Have you still got the fucking peacocks on the wall there, Cole?
the flying ducks.
Fucking nuts, yeah.
We have got owls, flying owls in the kitchen.
Yeah, but they're in the kitchen. They're modern flying owls, not a flying duck.
Tell you what, though, on a serious note,
not fucking Coronation Street with Hilda Ogden.
On a serious note, I'll tell you what, I knew it had to be done, but I'll tell you what, it's been fantastic because while I've not obviously been working, it's been great for me to be able to progress with that. We'll put some money into it, obviously, but it's been a lot of time. It's kept me busy. It's kept me focused. And I'll say it's also good physio for me leg as well. Just moving up and down, moving around. So that's been good. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's the first time I've enjoyed DIY for a fair time, to be honest, because you can really see the difference.
Yeah, but I've done most of the wallpapering.
Ever?
You don't wallpaper because you hate it.
Apart from when I did the front room and dining room.
Yeah, I did most of that 20 odd years ago. Yes.
That was 20
years ago. Little bedrooms and this bedroom. Me. Bloody man.
Carl's like me, in charge of the paintbrush, and that's it.
Yeah.
What? No.
I must admit, when most of my house is decorated, I must admit, but my kitchen, I went right the way through it till the last wall, and that was 5 years ago. It needs plastering, and I'm a plasterer by trade, and I haven't done it. And my missus is now getting a little bit shitty over it. So she's getting like, why don't you? I've got bloody wall plaster. I've got a plaster in the house. You don't bloody do it.
Yeah.
I hate it. But yeah, I'll get ready to it for the poor old gal one day. Probably about 5 years time.
22
on a wet Friday afternoon.
Yeah, but I'm not a professional.
I don't care. You promised me a kitchen when we moved in here in 1997. 22 years.
I put the kitchen in when we moved in.
Yeah, but it wasn't finished. We had MDF on the walls, an MDF ceiling. We had bits of plaster falling into the spag bowl. We had... bags of character.
Julie, get yourself down to Wix's.
Fucking Wix's.
I must admit, I am actually quite scared of power tools.
No, you get them to come and fit your kitchen for you, and then get Carl to pay the bill.
Do you know how much they wanted? Do you know how much places wanted? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cabinets on the bottom, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. Yeah. They wanted 12 grand to fit that.
They will.
Really?
Yeah.
So we said no, we'll do it ourselves. You know, because I mean our kitchen is small.
Well, there you go, Carl. Get your cabinets. You've already got the holes in the walls with the roll plugs in. Just put the cabinet up. Four screws. Finished. So your kitchen's about the same size as mine then.
Yeah, tiny kitchen.
In, turn around without banging your knees on the cooker and walk out again. Mind you, I think that's a bit bigger than what they call a cabin. Where I used, when I had my own house, I had a cabin kitchen. Gallery, you walked in and you could stand at the sink and the cooker and fry eggs and wash up at the same time.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, the kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 bed, it's a 2 up, 2 down terrace cottage, and we were in the middle.
Oh.
I can do this, hold on.
Right, I'm going to go and make a cup of tea. I know you have.
It's bloody 1 o'clock.
Is it link? Oh.
Is it?
It's 10 to 1, yeah.
To the link.
Right. Well, you got 5 hours to go here.
00:53.
There we go.
You still awake, Gordon?
This will be fucking interesting.
Yeah, well.
What's waking up?
I don't know. He's looking down. Is he
smiling?
Is he playing with something he shouldn't alter?
Yeah, he looks like a teenager in school. He's looking down and smiling. Handsome bastard.
Yeah, get the handsome bastard in. Whoever that is. It's handsome bastard. Oh no. I'll get rid of it. One of them's bad enough.
It's Dick Turbin's twin.
Yeah.
Oh.
You better get out.
Yeah. No, let me just sort it out. No, let me just sort it.
The election lights on.
Yeah.
Oh. Who's giving us a walk around then?
I think that's Weggy. Yeah.
Skulls.
Yeah. Go on now. You put this on the. Hold on.
I wonder if he'd be going down to his garage, Carl, at all. Walk down to his garage.
Yeah, have a look at his garage.
Hey, Carl.
Here we go. Look, that's the kitchen. Oh, it's all blue. Alexa, turn the Alexa, get the lights white for God's sake, wench.
Handsome bastard, the fifth. What's that? The torture chamber?
I don't know.
Wow, it's a boiler, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the old.
Got a toaster in it.
Implements of mass destruction.
Fucking knife.
Yeah.
At least he's got a decent he's breaking to and work on it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We're getting some feedback.
Bloody submarine sonar, wasn't it?
Wow.
Let's get
down.
rid of him. We'll do that one. There we go. We're all together. Remove him. There we go.
Yeah, lovely. No, just a quick little walk around.
Yeah, it's looking good though, isn't it?
Well, I think I'm going to have to put my 12-volt kettle on in a minute. Make myself a nice cup of coffee.
Don't get start your engine up.
Takes about 30 minutes to boil the fucking thing, but that does do it in the end. They're fucking useless, aren't they, 12-volt kettles?
Oh, yeah.
Get yourself a gas burner and a whistler.
Ready?
You.
Sam just said she'll run you a cup of tea down, mate.
Yeah.
What did you say then?
I'll be able to show her the dog in sight.
Yeah, I know. She just said if we'd have known earlier, we'd have come down, right, brought a fucking tea down or coffee.
Now I've got a kettle.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got a 12-volt kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes about fucking 30 minutes to boil though, but
yeah,
that works.
Nah, I did a job, Andy, mate. I did a job.
Yeah.
My sister's put down there. Much more of that feedback, and Kenny's parrot would have exploded. Anyway, it's that time of night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair. Cheers, Cole, for mate.
Say again, mate.
I said cheers, Carl, for hosting tonight, mate. I'm still alive, aren't we?
Yeah, just about.
Anyway,
Just
who's
about.
going to say Roy can keep Andy awake until up 6:30?
Well,
anyway, it's been great to see yourself. Great to see yourself, Carl, Kenny, Gordon, Andy, obviously Dobby, fucking Chris, obviously, my still cracking fighty. Who else is on here?
Stitch.
See you, Stitch. Bye, Stitch. Hello, Stitch. Bye, Stitch.
See you later, Olive.
Tracy was on earlier on as well.
Oh, Tracy Brown. Was she on tonight?
Yeah, she popped in for a bit.
Did she? Who else popped on there?
John Langton.
Oh, Johnny Langton. Yeah, great to see Johnny Langton. Sleep on there. Doesn't it? 55555.
6 and 7 8. Yeah, and Dave Hazelwood.
We haven't seen Dave tonight. We haven't seen Skaggy tonight.
Oh, Dave was on tonight. He joined Dave Hazelwood. Yeah, he joined this conversation.
Oh, Dave Hazelwood did. Yeah, but I'm talking about Dave. You know, Dave.
Dave, yeah. From Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Right
that's been fantastic anyway. Kenny, I'll see you down the injection clinic, mate.
Yeah. Possibility.
Possibility. Right then, gentlemen, I'll end the broadcast now. Thanks all for joining.
Thanks, everybody.
Next weekend, or next week, next Thursday, we'll be here again.
I'll be hosting next Thursday.